stop. And you don't stop. Check it.
Hi, and welcome to the first installment of a special 2-episode mini-series that we are doing in the Masters of the Metaverse. I think we're on. We might not be. My thing isn't showing up yet, but there's probably a delay. Is that right?
Probably a 15-second delay.
Awesome. So then that delay is going to be really embarrassing to me in a little bit. So if you have not met me before, my name is Chris Odie, and I'm excited to be here as your GM for Masters of the Metaverse, the new interactive live stream being brought to you by Zombie Orpheus Entertainment alongside Hyper Rabbit Power Go, Hyper RPG, the hyperactive interactive Twitch channel that Masters of the Metaverse will be shown on every Saturday at 3 p.m. starting on March 4th. And we are very excited to bring this to you. Masters of the Metaverse is a very meta show, as you might have guessed from the name, that is loosely based on the TriStat DX system. We've taken some liberties because it's what we do. But we think you're going to like it. The short and dirty way of thinking of this show is that everyone in it is going to be portraying a player who is in control of an avatar. Throughout the show, the performers here are going to be able to bounce back and forth between the skills and abilities and talents of their player identity as well as their avatar identity. In other words, they're going to break the game as much as they possibly can.
It's our job to.
It is your job to. At the same time, you in chat, aka the computerized hyper-reality amplification and transformation system, are going to have the ability to mess with them. You will be able to give them the ability through tips and such to buff them, to give the ability to switch back on the handy-dandy sliders that delineate where they are in their character's identity. If you can see them right now, actually, the sliders are right here. But at the same time, you also can have the ability to prevent them from sliding back and forth. You can have the ability to increase their ability to harm their opponents or to decrease it. There's a lot of different things which will come up. I'd like to take a moment to introduce the cast. I think we're going. Let me verify that we're on.
We are. They say we are.
So they say you're live.
I can
We're
see
live?
you, Chris.
I can see you, Chris.
You
You're
see?
live.
Trust the force, Luke.
Okay, well, if they say that they can see it, that's cool.
That's good.
Mine's not showing it, so it scares me, but... Oh,
There's the mind cut.
I'm living 3 minutes in the past.
That's why.
That's why.
That's
it's
why.
not you, it's me.
Welcome to now.
Welcome to technology.
It's good times here. Yeah.
That's fantastic. So why don't we take a moment now to introduce, we have several of the cast members here today. We do have one person who will be showing up a little bit later.
On her way.
We'll introduce her when we get there. And we have some other folks who will be joining the cast as the show progresses.
Mm-hmm.
So why don't we just go down the line and you can introduce yourself, who you are, what you do, and who you are portraying.
The player.
The player identity.
Okay.
Starting with me.
You could roll for it if that would make you feel better. Just pick us up.
No, let's not start yet.
My name is Kelly Fusen. I'm new to this, but I'm giving it my best shot. I am going to be playing Jebediah Lexington, who is a brainiac engineer that's actually helping this all come about. And maybe a little more than that. We'll see.
You, sir, with the hair.
Yes, me with the hair. My name is Christian Doyle. I am playing Crash Jackson, professional gamer and Twitch streamer extraordinaire, who is going to hopefully use his mad gaming skills to save the metaverse, I guess.
And I'm never going to be able to look at you with a straight face. I just love that hair so much.
I know, it's great. It's great.
I know, right?
It's pure Crash.
It's beautiful.
Hi, I'm Sarah Sanders Odie, and I'm going to be playing Jenica Clarkson, and she is a prison psychologist, and she's going to psychobabble her way through lots of stuff.
Hi, I'm Maggie Ferguson Wagstaff, and I will be playing Rosie Harvin, who is a professional rodeo person.
Because, of course,
I like it.
that's a thing.
Rodeo star.
Rodeo star, that's the word, star.
Person thinks star.
Person think star.
I think it's the Rodeo Association of America is what
The
we did.
the National Rodeo
The Rodeo
Association.
Riders Association of America.
I love that the National Rodeo Association is the NRA.
I wanted to find a name that didn't apply to exactly. And even though she's not here, we do have the little the slider up for Veronica.
Vanessa Postel, who's going to be playing the very singular character of Aquamarine, who I think is like some sort of yoga guru slash celebrity trainer kind of character.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
I already don't trust her. Is what it comes down to.
You shouldn't.
She's
You
pretty much
shouldn't.
going to be high all the time.
Just to help you out with kind of how this concept is going to work, if you guys could hold up your little, well, you have dice on them, don't you?
Yeah, but I'll hold mine up.
Okay, so the way these sliders work is these are intended to help you visually understand where each one of these people are on the player avatar scale. You can see the P and the A.
The P stands for player, the A stands for avatar.
Isn't that easy? That's
Our
so
icons
simple.
can move to and from towards either the player or the avatar.
There you go. And as they slide back and forth on this scale, they become more powerful in one identity and less powerful in the other. It becomes more difficult for them to access their skills and abilities in that other identity. So that is going to be one of the mechanics that will really drive the way the chaos of this show works. And as you can probably guess, we're going to have a lot of chaos.
A little bit.
Some of you who have watched some of the other shows on Hyper RPG, for example, might be wondering about things like permadeath, player death in general. And so just to let you, those of you who are here watching this playtest portion, there will be actually permadeath for the avatars. If an avatar dies,
Yeah, they're gone.
They're going to be gone. But the players themselves will probably live on. We don't know. We've never had a death in a Metapod before.
No.
It's possible it might scramble their brains if something weird happens.
Let's not do that.
Oh, and for chat, the hare's name is Vera, in case it's been asked. So
There we go. I'm glad that we've endowed
It didn't
the
belong
hair.
Yeah.
to. It didn't belong to a Vera.
Crash's hare's name is Vera.
Ah,
I like that. I like that a lot. So that's part of what you've got going on. When we are going full force on Twitch, we'll be using their store. I believe the link is going to be metaverse.straylogic.com. Just telling you it for future reference. And in there, you'll be able to see the list of purchasables and such. Because we are doing this special 2-week mini-series through YouTube Live, we didn't want to mess with all of the interaction of store and mechanics and all of that. And so instead, I'm just going to be randomly giving them some of their abilities and buffs as we go.
Meanwhile, we're going to learn how to play the game.
yeah.
Exactly. We could. I'm tempted to tell you what all those are now, but I feel like we've talked a lot, and so it would be fun to kind of dive into the story.
Yeah.
Let's just do it.
Yeah, let's play some games.
Go.
Laura, again, we're playtesting, so this stuff happens. Laura, can you cue up the theme song so that they can hear it? Because I really
Oh my
feel
gosh,
like we
the
need to
theme
start
song.
with that.
Yeah.
And if we can hear it in here, that'd be awesome too.
Oh, the theme song. What do you want us doing during the theme song?
During the theme song? I just want you to sit and bask in the awesomeness of this song.
Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse, they travel through time and space and stuff. Control them, rewrote them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this isn't the bluff.
This interpretive dance you're doing is.
I love this song.
It's killing me. Do you dance like this to it at home?
It's your
I do.
ringtone. It is.
Absolutely is.
It just like plays. Somebody calls and it plays. It's ridiculous. Look at this.
We can tell
I
you
love that
practice
little
this.
piano thing. Oh, this is great. I'm excited for when we have the whole intro credit sequence we're going to see. It's going to be fantastic.
Well,
There it is.
I love that. That makes me so happy.
And chat, they're the masters, right?
Yeah.
That's the way it
That
works.
is actually the Masters.
We are
yes.
calling them the
The
masters.
computerized hyperactive.
Thank you, Masters.
Excuse me. The computerized hyperreality amplification transformation.
Yeah, Morris, we
system.
have a theme song.
They're going to hear it now. They haven't gotten to it yet. I can tell because we're not dancing.
Oh.
Yeah, unless I'm still a minute or two behind. Who knows? So
it doesn't
this is why during the
Carry
real
on.
thing I won't look at any of that.
All right.
So we're just going to kick in. We're going to go, and they will eventually be
Catch
excited
up.
about the song and all that. So let us begin with this special mini-series. I'm shaking my head in a very unrhythmic way now, so I know that they can see what's going on. I used to teach dance. That's the sad thing.
Gabriel says this song is
I'm just not fucking around.
thank you, Gabriel.
That's right, everybody sing it at home.
There you go. You will. I'm telling you, when we release this, you're all going to want it as a ringtone.
Yeah, no, the Masters of the Metaverse
I
soundtrack
love
is going to be
this.
huge.
I love this.
It's
Stuff.
just the one song over and over and over again. Okay.
Best soundtrack. The best soundtrack ever.
It's going bigly.
For the love of God.
The year 1962. The place high above the cobalt waters of the Caribbean Sea. The United States of America and their young president, Jack Kennedy, find themselves deeply entrenched in what would later be known as the Cuban Missile Crisis. In the midst of this delicate situation, the Kennedy administration requests aid from the world-renowned superhero squad, the Order of the Sentinels. Best known for their triumphant involvement in the waning years of World War II, these whiz-bang wonderkins made a name for themselves by rocking and socking their way across Europe, even accompanying that most legendary of superheroes, the first to ever walk the earth, the Iconoclast, on his mission to punch Hitler, which he did, repeatedly, in the face.
Well, that's
Their powers are legendary. Do you know your powers?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you describe your powers and your avatar identity? I forgot to write that part down. I need your help.
Okay.
We can do our best.
Let's start with you.
I am misdirection.
Ooh.
I was messing around with some radioactive materials to try to find a cure for cancer, and it went completely wrong, and I am now actually a ghost. But the good thing about being a ghost is that I can possess people and make them do whatever I want.
Scary.
I am Bombshell. I have flying powers, telekinesis powers, and I have a special attack, Force Blast. And I'm basically like,
Also, you're an android.
I'm also an android. Obviously. Sexy android.
Sexy, yes. A
what I
love
am.
bot.
Ew.
It was 1962. These people were sick.
Ew.
Wait, can I take over a robot, or does it have to be like a living
Has to be a living creature. Yeah. I am playing the
I just want to
villain.
interrupt. I like that your first instinct was,
Can I take her over?
Can I take over one of my teammates?
Yeah, that's a good start. I am a villain come hero, Dr. Dynamo, possessed of the powers of electricity and weather, using my mighty spear and magic helmet to smite my foes. Also, I might be a little bit evil.
Great.
I am the Shroud. I stalk the city streets at night, letting villains know that justice will be meted out. It will meet them in the dark of the alley.
It will be a barrage of justice that is meted out.
It will be an alley liaison of justice.
I can go with all of these things.
Yes, the Sentinels. The Order of the Sentinels, in pitched battle against superpowered forces of evil such as Nazi Man, the Velvet Swastika, and the fantastic Fritz von Fritzenheimer, the Sentinels prove themselves the superior purveyors of pugilistic persistence. Now, fresh from their time spent recharging at home with Mom, apple pie, and freedom, these heroes of righteousness find themselves accompanying a platoon of soldiers and their government attache on a secret mission to investigate rumors of further Soviet nuclear activity deep in the heart of South America. You find yourselves on a plane. A proper prop plane, flying over the Caribbean. On board with you is a small ragtag group of soldiers, but well trained, yet still ragtag. 8 privates: Cook, Houston, Burton, Hopkins, Branch, Shaw, Webb, and Miller. The inevitable Corporal Wolf, commanded by one Sergeant Murphy. The military attache is only known as Sir.
Ooh. Sir.
Over the comm system, I was doing DFA at one point. Over the radio, a voice crackles, and you hear your pilot, Ace Tremaine. Attention everybody. I just wanted to let you know that things are going according to plan, it appears. We anticipate crossing into the airspace of Colombia sometime in the next 10 to 15 minutes. We'll let you know as we get closer to our destination.
I want to know where the damn peanuts are!
Sir, if you'll remember, we are, of course, on a clandestine military flight, and so peanuts will not be served at any regular interval.
I am just saying the Shroud told me there would be peanuts. I demand peanuts.
Why would you trust the Shroud?
You make an excellent point, ghost person.
Boo.
Somebody had to get him on the plane. We needed him.
You know I can fly, right? I mean, that's pretty common knowledge at this point. We've been fighting together for some time.
Can't we all fly?
Yeah, I've never been on a plane. I don't need one.
I'm flying right now, just fine.
One of the privates looks over at you and says, excuse me, superpowered compatriots, but we are not able to fly. And so that's, if you'll recall, why we were all put together in this vehicle to travel together.
I'm not even sure why we brought you along.
Well, to be honest with you, I believe my orders said something about cannon fodder.
Oh.
Oh, well.
As long as we're upfront and honest about it.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
Keep it up. Good man.
We'll try not to get you killed, but not promising anything.
The voice crackles over the radio again. Guys, so like I said, this is Ace. I'm just going to keep us on our flight. I don't anticipate any troubles. Everything should just be smooth sailing. So if you just want to kick back and talk amongst yourselves for a little while, that'd be just fine.
I would like to discuss the lack of peanuts on this flight.
You have already discussed the lack of peanuts on this flight. It is unnecessary.
It seems wrong, you know? I mean, these boys in green, they do their work every day, you know, shooting people for the government. I think that us going along with them means that we also should get peanuts, at least.
So you're not advocating for the soldiers to get peanuts, you're advocating for you to get peanuts.
Well, I'm just saying that, yes.
Our boys in green already get peanuts. Have you ever seen one of their paychecks? It's despicable.
That was terrible.
You see, this is why I became a villain initially.
Because of that?
All the snappy patter, I just never could keep up.
All right.
Corporal Wolf walks over to you. Remind me your name again.
Dr. Dynamo?
Dr. Dynamo. My apologies. How did I not have that written down? Actually, I might as well get them all. It was the
Shroud of Justice.
The Shroud. Dr. Dynamo.
Bombshell.
And...
We're going with literal.
Misdirection.
Thank you. And because I will need to know it, what is the missing member?
Oh, she's...
Shield Maiden.
Shield Maiden. That's right. Thank you very much.
There's so much.
Corporal Wolf looks over at you, Dr. Dynamo, and says, Doctor?
Yes.
You seem hungry.
I could use a peanut.
I don't have any peanuts, but I've got some of my rations. If you want, I could share them with you.
That would be lovely. See, these boys, they work too hard. What do you got?
He breaks open his pouch, starts digging through it a bit, and hands over some rations to you.
Well, what is it?
Like an MRE?
No, we're way pre-MRE. We're in the 1960s.
So this is like
Beans and fries.
hard tack. And
No, we're way past hardtack. I mean, not
Cans
way
you can't
past.
open without an actual knife.
He does pull out a key, pops it open, rings it.
Oh, while he's popping it
hands
open, I want
to
to
you.
take over his body and
Inside
harder.
is. I tell you what.
No?
Give me a. Give me a soul
boy.
check.
oh no. 17.
17.
No.
This ration has actually semi-spoiled.
Oh, good.
Oh, sorry about that, Doctor. I mean, if you want, it's. I think it used to be some sort of potted meat product. So
Yes,
if you,
but now it can cure most bacterial infections if put in pill form. I'll pass.
Oh, okay.
Gross. Are you still hungry?
When my regime takes over, he'll be the first to die.
Because he gave you bad meat.
People have died for worse.
What are you a doctor in?
Well, I'm a proctologist, why?
that food is less than 4 pounds, yeah?
Yes, it is.
Scoop it and just eat it so everyone can watch it go down.
Oh, because she's
she's a
see-through.
ghost.
Oh, jeez.
So she's picking up the potted meat and
Comedy? No one? No one?
That's good. That's
Well, now-
wow.
Excuse our friend.
That actually worked. I'm not hungry anymore.
I helped.
Huh. Fantastic. Ace comes over the radio again. Hey everyone, just want to let you know, it looks like we're going to run into some turbulence. So just keep yourself, ready for any shaking or such.
Can we have seatbelts? Yes?
What the hell's a seatbelt?
Would you normally belt yourself in?
I'm a cyborg, so I follow directions and rules. So yes, I would belt myself in.
Yes, you're belted in then. Anyone else?
It's
This is a converted.
Not
This is
even needed.
actually not a. This is not like a. How do I put this? This is what to anyone else would look like a fairly nondescript commercial flight.
Okay.
Okay. So
There's
regular
no
plane.
indication that this is connected to the government or the
Okay.
military or anything like that from the outside. Hence the use of a civilian pilot actually in this case as well.
Well, since
Ace did used to fly back in the war. Excuse me, he still flies. He used to fly for the Air Force back in the war, but since then he and his wife have opened up a charter business, and so they've been doing that work, and that's why he was selected for this.
and you said 1962, is that right?
1962.
Okay, so I will spend at least the remainder of the flight relaxing by smoking a whole bunch of cigarettes and whittling a piece of wood with a very big sharp knife.
That would be appropriate
Because you can take that on a plane in 1960.
Yes, I can.
Absolutely, that makes sense. Anyone else? What are you doing right now?
I'm going to encourage people to put on their seatbelts because I have a high score in etiquette and human history, and so I understand that when humans travel in metallic vehicles, that bad things can happen to them. So I politely encourage those around me to put their
Okay,
seatbelts on.
Also, she looks like she was designed to be a stewardess, so...
You can give me one or the other. I don't remember all the points. You can either use Jenica's what is it?
Etiquette?
Jenica's etiquette roll, or you could give me Bombshell's intimidation roll.
I don't think Bombshell has an intimidation.
Then
She
that
has
I would go
etiquette,
with the
so that's what I'm
etiquette,
doing. I needed an 11 and I have a 4.
No problem.
I think I belted everybody.
Every one of the soldiers at first. Aw, come on, lady. That's you give them one look and bat your eyelashes, and
I even put mine on.
yeah.
I'll
They'll
attempt
pick
to
up-
put it on. It
They
just
buckle up for safety.
You're like, ah.
Oh Lord. So you guys just continue to fly along for a little bit, and the plane starts shaking a bit. Nothing.
Turbulence is
nothing major.
normal, right?
A little bit of turbulence. Might make more turbulence now. That's yeah, I saw that look. That's two minds. Didn't intend that, but turbulence might be a regular thing on planes that you guys fly on now. So, anywho,
how bad does the turbulence get?
really, no, it doesn't get really bad. It's actually pretty mild turbulence. Just
Do you
a little
like
bit of
fall
bump.
through
I was
the
saying, can I
plane?
use it as an excuse to just like fall through people and the plane? And just,
If you want to just entertain yourself that way,
yeah,
you
that'd be
could.
great. I'll just bounce between them, all the soldiers.
What are you doing over
That-
there, Misdirection?
He's freaking out the U.S. military.
Well,
It's fun.
Now remember at this point that as the Sentinels, you guys have been traveling together for a while. You know, you are quite familiar with each other's powers, your backgrounds, your abilities. Maybe not your secret identities for those of you that have them. But you know, you're well.
It's Dr. John Dynamo.
Durr.
That's awesome. So you continue to fly around and such, and then all of a sudden, and this is one of those moments in the playtesting situation where I'm going to come up with something that you'll hear audibly, and it will make it all make sense to you. But there is suddenly a loud alarm sound.
Okay.
And it seems to be emanating from inside your brain.
Oh,
No one around you is responding to this at all.
What's it sound like?
Oh, it sounds like
Like
that.
that.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm picking up some feedback in my central processing unit. Is anybody else hearing this?
It's quite awful.
Oh, okay. No. We were warned about this. It's
And then all of a sudden, your brain, it starts to hurt.
I'm
In
it
fact,
feels
everyone
warm.
give me a
It feels
body
very
check,
warm.
please.
body checks.
Body.
We're on 12s, yo?
Yeah, you're on 12.
Oh, yo. 10.
Oh, no.
17. Hold on.
What'd you get?
Where's my
Oh, I missed it by
body
4.
thing?
Oh yeah. You start getting very nauseated.
Missed it by one.
How do I know
You
where it is?
start feeling a little queasy.
I'm at 10
What's your body?
for Jenica or for Bombshell.
For bombshell.
Bombshell's 9.
And you got a what?
10.
So you also start getting queasy.
Oh yeah, I got a 17.
I'm
My body is
I'm a cyborg.
Yeah, you're
How
totally,
am I gonna get queasy?
you're totally immune to nausea. It's right
Sure,
there.
you're immune to nausea, so never mind. You're
I'm like,
fine.
I'm a cyborg.
But the ghost, yes,
ghost-
you also are somehow getting queasy.
It was all that crappy meat that you-
all of it's coming back. Now they're seeing it come back
Is
up.
this a
It's
weather
right
thing, Captain? Because I
It's
can
coming up.
totally control the weather.
Everyone's looking at you guys because you're clearly in distress right now.
Can one of you turn off
Sergeant Murphy
turn
looks
off
over
the
you.
alarm?
What is wrong?
Do you not hear the thing?
The alarm.
Oh,
Hear what? Is this some sort of superpower?
that
not a
spotted meat I
superpower.
didn't eat is about to come up.
It's not a superpower.
Your eyes start flashing. I mean, like you start seeing like sparkles and such.
That does not help.
Have you ever cracked your head on something and you see stars?
My vision circuits
Not as many
are...
times as
That's what's going on. That's what's going on right now. You're starting to see stars, the flash in the brain, and all of a sudden you feel like you're being sucked through space and time, and you find yourselves strapped into a glistening sci-fi Metapod.
Oh, that's
You've been
right.
Sucked out of the prior identity as a Sentinel, and you slowly start reminding yourself of your true identities as Rosie and Jenica and Crash
super weird.
and Jebediah. If I rename you Jedediah, I apologize at any point.
All much. It's Jet.
And you start slowly kind of coming to and realizing that, oh, right. I was in the Metapod. I had placed myself in this alternate reality.
So that's what full immersion.
Woo!
That's what full immersion feels
Various
like.
hydraulic systems start popping off, the
I want to go back in. Let's go back in.
They pop off, and swarms of technicians and scientists start running towards each and every one of you.
Whoa.
Hey, you guys
Watch your
okay?
hands.
You guys okay? Everything?
I'm fine.
Start checking your blood pressure, checking your throat.
Hey, it's fine.
Off.
I'm cool.
My head hurts, but we're fine.
A very strapping soldier comes forward, who you know this to be Colonel Steed Richardson, who is
Does he have lots of medals?
He's got medals for days.
Noted.
Barrage of medals. I know that's not how you, anyway. He does. He's got medals for days, and he walks up. What happened?
We were flying and this stuff.
Why are you out? What went wrong? Why are you back?
We don't know.
I got a little tummy ache.
There was turbulence.
There was like a blinky light thing.
Oh, and then there was this sound that went off in our heads. It was not okay.
I don't know what caused it, but it was full immersion.
You telling me the hyper reality compensators are failing again?
If that's what you say.
Whatever those words are, yes.
That's exactly what had to have happened.
I'm not an expert in your machine.
There was
Dr. Simpkins, get over here.
There was like a vertigo kind of thing happening.
This woman comes running over with her hair up in a bun and, glasses, not you.
Looking good.
Yeah, she looks sharp. Looks very sharp. White lab coat.
All right.
Yes, Colonel. I'm sorry, Colonel. I don't understand what happened. Well, ask them. So, what did you guys experience?
We were sitting on the plane. My avatar was complaining about peanuts.
We experienced nausea and headaches and light flashes and auditory hallucinations.
Has this ever happened before?
Not sober.
No, not that I'm aware of.
Not sober.
Dr. Simpkins starts flipping through her notes. Yes, Colonel, I do have some notes here that the first time that the participants were in the pods and went into the hyperreality compensators, it appears that it appears that Aquamarine and Jenica reported some slight nausea from the experience the first time that they came back to reality.
Yes, I remember that.
Well, did they just need to buck it up?
She
Like
continues
take
to
a
write down.
bucket
No.
or
buck
buck up. I did
That one.
not the bucket.
No. I would have said
Because
bucket.
I don't want to carry around a
I would
bucket
have
full
said the
of...
whole word, if that's the word I meant.
I don't want to carry around a bucket full of emesis all the time.
I don't know.
doing
I think
that.
that could be handy in some situations.
Ew.
Now let me get this straight. That was the voice I wanted. Now let me get this straight. So, you've been doing this for, what, 2 years now?
Something like that, yeah.
What was different this time?
Well, other than the fact that it's the 4 or 5 of us together for the first time in gosh knows how long, I don't know.
We were in
Everything seemed fine, and then we were kind of yanked right out.
Was it just being in the plane? Was there something about the aerodynamics and the speed at work?
No, all that stuff's supposed to be digital, right?
Yeah, that's what I
It's
was
virtual.
thinking. But
That
Is it because there were no peanuts?
I think that the peanuts were just like maybe a character thing.
maybe it was just all in our
Hey, Jeb.
heads.
do they pay her? Never mind.
Pay who?
Go ahead.
Me.
You were saying.
I'm sorry, everyone, but if I'm reading these notes correctly, I think I might have a working theory as to what went wrong.
Oh, let's hear it.
Please share.
Well, as you are well aware, the Metapods allow you to transform or place your persona,
Yes.
your mind, as it were, your identity, your soul, all of these things,
Yes.
into another vessel, into another person or creature somewhere else on one of the other planes of existence, one of the other many realities that are out there.
Yes.
In your travels, you've experienced countless realities,
Yes.
worlds populated by dinosaurs and cowboys, strange aliens, horrible creatures that you've reported.
True.
Ninja
But each
robots.
and every time, you've transported into a new and unique reality.
Yeah.
If I'm reading these numbers correctly, and another assistant runs over and hands her some more charts, and she starts flipping through some more things.
It's because we're back.
Yes.
This is the first time we've ever gone into the same world more than once.
You were back in Earth 668.
Right, but
What happened last time we were on Earth 668?
that was the first time we were together.
Correct.
Oh.
668. That's the superhero world, basically.
Correct.
Yeah, I remember that.
So we were just there again, but like
50 years earlier.
so now we're going
Were
through
we the-
time.
The same characters 50 years earlier?
No. The
Okay.
first time
I
I
was
went there was that
definitely-
other guy.
I was not a ghost.
That no.
Wait a minute. Okay, you're
I wasn't with the program yet. was
right,
I?
but like the Shroud of Justice is still a guy in the future, right?
Correct. All as we, from what we can tell from gathering through this information, every one of the people who you inhabited, every one of the heroes who you inhabited, it was referenced somehow in the stories of Earth 668.
Sure.
The notes, the information that you were able to bring back to us from that first mission, all of it correlates. But now you've gone back to that same reality 50 years in the past.
Did we mess things up?
I don't know. I also don't know why the Metapods have sent you there in the first place.
Wait, who's in charge of that?
In charge of
Shouldn't
what?
somebody be in charge of pushing the button that says where we're going to go in the Metapods?
Yeah, if only it worked that way, right?
I would have thought you'd have learned that by now, Jenny.
Well, that was rude.
Well, it has been 2 years.
I assumed somebody knew what they were doing and we were solving missions.
We are only somewhat able to control your ultimate destination.
So we're just relying on fate?
Yep. That's why this is the best job in the
I
world.
really don't like this.
It's almost as if you're leaping from world to world, identity to identity, trying to fix whatever went wrong. Minus that last part.
So,
But anyway,
So,
you had something, Rosie?
no. Never mind.
Why don't we just jump back in, and if the problems persist, we'll continue.
I think that might be the best course of action. How are you feeling physically?
Fine.
My
head's-
legs aren't working.
Oh my god, that's not even funny. Actually, no. I've heard it 100 times at this point, and it's still funny. It really is. I'm sorry. I tried to be sensitive there, and it just did not work out for
I'm
me.
used to it.
Why don't you all take a short break? Or are you ready to go back in?
Yeah, jack me back in. I hate it out here.
I've got it. You know the black box I've been working on?
Yes, of course.
We might want to install it.
What does it do?
It acts as an internal black box, like on an airplane.
So it says what goes wrong with the Metapods?
Well, why didn't we have that before?
Because it's not
We
tested.
can work on that.
Because it's
later
not
on.
tested? What does that mean?
They won't let me put it in yet.
It's important that we go through all the proper safety policies and reviews to ensure that you stay as safe as possible.
All that red tape.
As you may recall, when you were first brought in onto this project, we wanted to ensure that we made the process as comfortable for you as possible. Even if you did find yourselves, shall we say, volunteered for the role.
Yeah, thanks for that, by the way.
We have appreciated your service over these past 2 years.
Well, I guess we go back in.
Yes! Back to work!
Well, it's about time. Why don't you do whatever it is that you need to do, get yourselves strapped in, and let's
Anybody
you
need a
in.
potty break? Because I usually just go when I'm in there. All right, here we go.
So the technicians go over, they make sure you guys are properly hydrated, they start hooking up all the various tubes and monitors and everything else to get you ready for the experience of dropping back through the Metapods into the alternate reality.
Okay.
The plunge.
They start typing on all their computers, things are going, and the familiar countdown sequence begins. Bending reality in 5, 4, 3, 2.
Maybe they'll have peanuts this time.
And you find yourselves mentally flashing through stars and things and think hyperdrives and all that sort of super fasty, travel-y stuff from sci-fi. I'll come up with a better description eventually.
Lights going by real fast.
Exactly.
Wibbly, wimbly, timey-wimey stuff?
And you launch yourself into your prior identities.
All right.
Okay.
Everyone give me a perception-y type check. If you have that.
Otherwise, it's just a mind check.
It's a mind check.
Sense.
It's going to be really hard to fail this one.
All right.
6 cents. What level do you have that at?
Ooh,
Nice.
15, no go.
9.
I'm good.
Oh, wait, no. Oh, I did make it, never mind. 10.
15.
It's 10.
So, you, wait, what'd you get?
10. I'm good.
Actually, you
8.
know what? Instead, we're going to try something else. Give me just a mind check, period.
That's what I did.
Yeah. 8.
Oh, great. 8?
Yeah.
Same roll.
Yeah, whatever your mind check would have been on that roll.
It's the same.
Just by 4.
Perfect. So you realize that you look around, you look down at your hands, your body. You can tell that you're back into your respective superhero persona. However, you have noticed there is at least one significant change to your surroundings, and that is that there are pieces of the plane strewn all about you as it has crashed.
Oh, hell.
Well, at least we missed that part.
Did anybody survive? Are there any cute sailors left? Soldiers, whatever they were.
Well, we should look around.
Oh, it's this part I always like.
The walking part?
Stretching my legs.
Seriously, are there any people survived?
So you actually
Okay, clearly I missed something.
So you look around and you see, there's debris. The main fuselage of the plane is still intact. But yeah, there are several of the soldiers are slumped down. There's some groans coming from the area of the cockpit.
Can we help them?
I don't know, can you?
Well, I'm in the middle between my avatar and my player, and Jenica has...
Tell me what you'd like to do.
I would like to do medical attention to the people that need medical attention.
Fantastic.
I'm going to check for survivors.
Because I have medical check value of 12.
You do.
Level 2.
So there is a soldier actually off to your left. He is pinned down by a chair that fell from in front of him backwards. He's going to crush between them. You give me a roll on your body check first to see if you're able to extract him.
I got a 12. Jenica's body is 4.
Bombshells
Bombshells is 9.
So is anyone going to assist you in moving the chair?
I'll come.
Oh, thank you. Come help, please. You're a ghost. How the hell are you supposed to help? You're a ghost.
I was waiting for you to pick that one
There
up.
you go. So Ghost moves over to help you out there, Bombshell. So Bombshell tries to get in there and move this chair, and somehow you didn't quite get yourself situated correctly, correct positioning.
Boys.
Whatever. Ghost comes over, goes straight through the chair, realizes that was pointless.
The rest of the fuselage, there's other people slumped over, you said?
Yeah, everyone seems to be unconscious except for you guys.
Okay, I'll start checking pulses, doing doctor
Somebody
stuff.
help me get this chair off this guy.
I will lend a hand.
Thank you, Shroud.
I'm really busy.
Shroud, did you help?
Oh yeah, no, not at all.
Oh.
That chair is really wet.
I'm a cyborg. Can I not just cyborg this chair off this guy?
Does she have super strength?
You could use your telekinesis.
I have seduction, which is not going to help with the chair.
Did you seduce the chair off of it?
You could use your telekinesis.
Come, chair.
You could use your telekinesis, which...
Oh, let me do that.
Yeah, you can move things with your mind real good.
Okay, let's do that.
Like 10,000 pounds worth.
10,000 pounds. I can lift a chair.
See, that's what you should have been doing.
Rip that chair right out of there.
9 and 6 is 15.
I don't know that I lifted the chair.
Yeah, pretty sure that you'll
rip
the chair right off of its
Power
bolts.
usage 13 and I got a 15.
No.
Now somehow you're so shaken up from being plopped back into this and finding yourself in the middle of a plane crash.
Damn it.
And we're only using the second biggest die.
So
I can't do anything. There's nothing else I can do.
you can try again.
Can I try? How many times can I try again? Infinitely?
Well, we need to go through everyone.
Okay.
So I'm waiting to see what the Shroud does.
I was giving her a hand the last time.
Okay, so go ahead and give me a roll.
I rolled an 18.
Awesome. Cool.
Only the second biggest.
I'm aware. I'm taking notes, dude. It's called playtesting for a reason.
I know.
All right.
Yeah, I'm just doing medical checks to see if I can get people conscious.
Okay.
And if they're unconscious or if their heart appears to have stopped, I will defibrillate them.
Oh, because you can do that.
Yeah.
It's electricity.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. You find, yes, one of the soldiers, private crumpled paper, private branch, is up towards the front, and you tell me what you do.
I check his pulse. Is there one?
Yes.
Oh, he has a pulse. Can't defibrillate that.
He's good then.
That's true. So next to him is Private Hopkins. Private Hopkins does not have a pulse.
Oh, see?
There you go.
Doctor.
Yes.
Clear!
Oh, is that safe over there?
The plane's made of metal, is that right?
I'm gonna say no.
No, not a metal plane.
No, it is, but I'm gonna say you somehow grounded yourself.
Yeah, no, I'm an expert at grounding myself.
You are, yes, you're very well grounded.
Oh my god, I actually made it!
Cool.
I succeeded on a power usage roll. By 1.
It's the first success.
So, I don't know what that does, because it's a little electrical jolt. I'm not really trying to do damage.
He startles up and just kind of looks over at you. It's like,
Private Branch, you were dead. You now owe me your life. Remember that always. And then I get up and I move on.
That sounds good. Bombshell.
What are you doing over there?
Bombshell, you want to do some medical?
Oh, just
assistance?
saving
Still want
lives.
to move
No
this
big deal.
freaking chair.
Okay.
I want to move the
you know
chair
what?
so I
I'm
can
just-
save the guy.
You know what? Give me another roll on it.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
I got
There
that.
you go, see?
I'm gonna throw the chair
Yeah,
way
you
the
use
hell.
your telekinetic powers, and you're so frustrated from the earlier failures that you lift the chair and smash it through the ceiling, which
Wait, there is no ceiling.
In the plane?
The plane was all like apart.
the fuselage is more or less intact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're not helping the situation with that kind of action, but no, you smash it into
Whatever.
the side. Actually, it wouldn't pop through. It would just crumple up against the wall because it's a tough plane. Yeah.
Okay. But now I can help the guy.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Do I need to roll for helping the guy?
We'll say it's all part of the same action. So yeah, go ahead and give me one roll on the medical.
Yes, 7.
Perfect. You check him out. You see that he actually is in danger of bleeding out from a pretty bad injury to his right thigh. But you are able to. What were you gonna say?
Oh well, I was wondering if his electricity could do a cauterizing thing, like if he could stick a hand in a wound and like burn it shut.
Technically, I could do something similar to that, yeah.
You can call him on over to do that.
Come on over.
The doctor is in!
Do that.
12. Actually, that's not bad.
That's
good.
good.
That looked
That's
bad
good.
for a second, but then like, oh, I landed on 4. Okay, I didn't kill him.
Thank you for not killing my patient.
So you do a little bit of
So
with your fingers.
I'm covered in blood at this point. Like this guy's obviously bleeding out, and I like have to get down to the artery and like try and pinch it closed while I cauterize it with my electrical powers. This is ugly.
Good work, though. I like that.
Cool.
These were new gloves. Who's gonna clean these?
I will buy you new gloves.
Private Branch? No, he was dead 2 minutes ago.
Well, he owes you one,
know.
right? He can clean your freaking gloves.
Indeed, he does.
Perfect. So you're able to staunch his bleeding.
Yeah.
Ghost, what are you up to?
In a dramatic sweep, I will circle into the air to see where the hell we are.
Oh, I love this. So, the ghost, yes, you do. You pop through the ceiling. Going up. I love it. I love it. Can I
Where'd
see
she
that?
go? Oh, could she tell us what
Perfect.
she's
That's
doing before
good.
she does that?
And you look around and give me a.
Between you and me,
I
I'm
don't think
glad
you have a
she's
spot
gone.
or anything like that.
You
So
don't.
give me. Oh.
You don't like the ghost?
I'd say that about everybody when they leave the
Oh, you
room.
actually have.
You don't
some
really like
good-
anybody.
Just give me a mind roll or a soul roll. Excuse me.
Soul or soul.
Oh, I got an
Just tell me the
11.
number.
11.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you're able to do this. So you look around and you see that you guys have crash landed somewhere in a jungle.
The jungle?
Is there anything about the jungle that gives me an idea?
You can tell that it is a jungle, and that it looks
And given by where the captain last said we were, we're somewhere in
Looks-
South America.
looks jungly.
Looks jungly?
Yes.
I will report
You
that
see a lot
word
of
for word.
jungle trees, tropical things, if you would.
There are jungle trees in this jungle.
Misdirection, could you be a little more specific?
No.
Well, that's... Thanks. We'll work... Did you see a city anywhere? Did you see anything habitable?
Just trees. Just jungly jungle, as it was.
River? River?
Yes,
Yes.
Excellent.
a river runs through it.
How big is the river? Is it the Amazon?
No, it is not.
Damn.
Because we're in
We
a
would know where
different
we were.
part of South America.
As far as I know, South America is only this big, and it's on a globe.
And it's all Amazon.
And someday I will rule it. Maybe. I don't know.
How
Try to
strong
remember
is my
which side
force
you're
blast
on.
thing? Can I
I
force
do
blast
all
like
the time.
straight to the river so we can like follow it and get someplace? Can I just force blast a whole like...
Just a clear cut?
I'm gonna.
Do we know what
I'm gonna
knocked
look
us
for-
out of the sky?
It's 1960. Clear cutting is totally okay.
It's fair. What was that?
I'm gonna look for the cockpit.
That's true.
Okay, the cockpit is still relatively intact, also connected to the rest of the fuselage. Most of the damage, the wings were sheared off, part of the back tail. This thing is not flying again.
Captain and co-pilot maybe
You go
still
up.
alive.
Yeah, Ace and Tess are up there, but they also were unconscious from the impact. You're not able to wake them up.
Oh.
I bet one of these
Do you
two
need
probably knows more or less where we
But
are.
there's nothing we can do for them. My medical expertise tells me they're in a crash landing coma.
That's not a thing.
Are you a doctor? Because I am. I'm just saying. Crash landing
Part
coma,
of me
that's
is a
thing.
doctor, yes. So that's not a thing.
Does anyone know what our exact mission was?
Yes, there are
To
rumors
aid and
of
assist them.
Doing what?
there are rumors of nuclear activity in the area. We're going to check it out. Of course, it's all bull-pucky, but we're going to check it out anyway.
Everybody give me a mind roll.
I minded the heck out of it.
I almost made mine.
I didn't almost make mine.
Cool.
Way on the other side of this.
No, it's no problem. It's no problem.
rolling.
Bombshell, you actually do recall that on the plane there was a mysterious government attaché who came with you, the one known as Sir.
All right, I remember that guy. You remember that guy?
And you guys realize as you look around the plane that everyone is accounted for except for Sir.
We don't see his body. We see
You don't see.
So the
his body,
attaché is missing. Very well. We shall
nor
hunt
do
him
you
down
see
and
the
burn him.
attaché's attaché case.
I was gonna just ask.
We get a case?
Yeah, of course it is an attaché.
Right, with the handcuff.
If he didn't have the case, we'd
He
have to
couldn't
call
even.
him, like,
We'd have to call him something different.
Exactly.
Like Tim.
And so
True
Sir
story. That is his real name. You weren't supposed to know that yet.
Sir is missing.
Are there
Sir is
any
missing.
tracks leading away from the wreckage?
Interesting. Who might have the ability to look for that?
I've got survival, which I would assume.
Exactly. Well played. Yeah, you do actually notice some tracks, and give me. And when you look at those tracks, you notice that something is kind of odd.
How?
You see. Okay. Well, actually, I take that back. Do you want to follow the tracks?
Yes.
Do you tell the others about this?
Yes.
Okay. You
She
are a
doesn't want
team.
to.
I know it's weird to think that way.
We
but
could
you are
just
a team.
send the ghost though, because she's kind of like invulnerable. If there's like bad stuff happening, we're just like, go.
And she can
Oh
be
yeah,
invisible.
actually, that's a great
You
idea. So
scout.
if you stay here, I can follow the tracks, and if I find him, I'll just take over his body and march him back here.
I like it.
Okay, well you do actually follow the tracks for a short while, probably about a quarter mile. Whereupon the tracks stop and transform, as it were.
That's no good.
You basically see one series of human tracks, and then where they end, I'm just gonna say with survival, you can tell this. I don't feel like doing any more rolls on that. You can tell that there was a struggle.
Oh.
And as you start looking around and trying to figure out where these tracks might have gone, you find some new tracks. Some very large tracks.
Oh.
What all do you know about animals?
I have animal training.
It's true. Give me a roll, yeah.
Can we communicate with her while she's?
Not yet.
Okay.
Right on the money, it's 12.
These tracks look like whoever made them, whatever made them, had 4 hands. And they're big.
Oh. Well,
And was walking on 4
hands.
hands.
well, there are very few creatures that walk on 4 hands.
True.
Hippopotamus?
So you want to go back to the group?
Badger?
Badger.
But big.
By the time you
honey
return,
badgers.
Dr. Dynamo and Bombshell have worked together to resuscitate a few members of the squad.
Great.
And Sergeant Murphy is able to tell you that the last thing he remembers was the a shout of "What is that?" from the cockpit, followed by an explosion coming from the port side of the plane, whereupon it went down and crashed.
Like a missile.
Well, all evidence points to my pants coming off mid-flight.
Could you
no.
explain that more? No, please don't explain.
Okay,
that
it was right there in the description.
more. No, I don't.
The rest
know.
of the squad is, many of them they're decently injured, but everyone seems to be at least in a stable condition.
Okay, so are they good to leave, or Do they need?
Where did they go?
No, I meant like, will they be not dead if we leave them?
They're trained soldiers. They can make a camp here for a bit.
Do they have like a radio or anything they can like medevac
Nothing
out?
that's currently working, but they can try to repair what is there.
All right.
And we will totally come back for you. I promise.
This guy.
Which one of the soldiers?
Well, thank you for that, Doctor.
I don't mean. I'm so sorry. It's just that when I talk, it sounds like that I'm being sorry, but it's a speech impediment. I can't help it. Really, I love you.
I'm really sorry about this guy.
Which one of these soldiers looks the least beat up, least hurt?
Private Webb.
Great, I'm taking him over.
Oh, for serious?
Oh yes.
Okay. Sure, why not? Why the hell not? That seems like a heroic action.
I would like to be able to
Give me an
touch
alignment
things.
roll? No.
You don't have to be incorporeal all the time.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No, you can.
I have a.
You can.
You have a body, yeah.
You have an alternate form.
You can will it back and
You can
forth.
turn into a regular old person without, taking control of someone else's body against their will.
Okay, well then never mind. Didn't know.
Well, if you really want to take over his body, Bombshell could probably
No.
entice him to do
We
that.
can leave Webb.
Okay.
Okay,
alone.
great. So you manifest yourself into corporeal form. And I take it the four of you are going to go and investigate these tracks. Is that correct?
Yes, we're gonna go
That
investigate these
seems like-
mysterious tracks. There's some jungle animal went and ate the attache. We're all agreed, yes?
Yes, I'm assuming we don't want me to force blast and clear cut so that we're like losing trail markers and stuff.
What kind
I
of?
could.
What kind of
You know,
animal?
there are actually studies that say that this type of rainforest is not exactly replenishable in the traditional sense. But, go ahead. Really.
I don't want to disrupt the trail. The trees I'm not
Well,
particularly
we need a
concerned
bigger
about.
trail, obviously.
Right.
I mean,
I could clear cut a little bit.
For now, you can pick a cross. Like you.
Oh, okay.
You don't really. There could come a time where that would be
All right.
something you.
We'll
would find
keep that in
yourself
reserve.
doing.
is it upsetting to other people that I wanted to see the robot explode
Blast
the entire
into the
forest? Because
trees?
that
No,
would
I
have
was
been
into it.
amazing, but no.
We could still do that later.
It's been a plane crash today. I'm just
You act
saying.
like you've never seen this before.
We haven't been in a plane crash today. We're in the aftermaths of a plane crash today.
That is true. Psychologically, you're not experiencing any of the effects of actually going through a plane crash.
We
I
did
didn't think
save a
about that.
bunch of people's lives and they were dying and bleeding, so that's a
Oh,
big
they've
deal.
got major PSTD.
Yeah, but I
Or-
mean,
no,
we could have
PS
PTSD.
That's what. Thank you. Post-traumatic stress of PTSD. There you go.
PTSD.
Well, let's go.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're following. You're the tracker.
Okay,
Do we have
so
any
you,
idea
you,
what kind of animal?
you
Has
pick
4
along?
hands.
You pick along on this trail, and
Forearm professional wrestler.
oh yeah, if you want to discuss what you might be doing.
In South America.
How big were
A
these
South
hands?
American professional wrestler with 4 arms? I don't know.
This big? The handprints were this big?
Yeah. Yeah. Big.
Well, you know what they say about hands.
Yes.
I
Huge
know.
gloves.
What do they say about hands?
I don't know anything that has hands that big and 4 of them.
I would
Even
hope
as a
you
sexy
didn't
cyborg
know.
robot, I don't know anything like that.
Giant hands. Well, I know who it isn't.
Give me a
I don't think.
give me a soul check.
Everybody?
Yeah.
I sold way good. Way
Passed
good.
it by
I
3.
mean,
No
He
soul.
way good sold.
yeah, I beat mine by
A bazillion.
8, 9?
So you each feel like something. You get that sense like you're being watched as you're following this trail.
Do you get the feeling that we're being watched?
My sensors are
I
indicating
do.
something.
I do.
Dynamo,
I'm just gonna.
you're quite convinced that yes, you are being watched, and whatever it is, there's many of them.
My sensors are picking up a lot of
We are in a
Possible.
jungle.
They could be friendly.
monkeys.
Lemurs?
Monkeys, yes. What we should do is try and make ourselves as big as possible and scare them off.
I thought you said they were friendly. You said they could be friendly, and we want to scare them?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, if they're not friendly, we probably want to kill them, right? And if they're friendly, we just want to scare them.
Could we, if we don't know what they are first, let's figure out what they are before we try to figure out what we do with them.
Gosh, if only one of us could make some kind of light. Oh wait, that's
it's
me.
you. That's you who can
That's
make
good
the light.
because it is getting to be dusk. It's getting dark in the forest, in the jungle. Excuse me.
I can fly too. If you want to make a light, I could fly and kind of check things out. I can hover, fly, and
Sure, you need like a light to take with you then as you
I'm gonna
fly
pull out
around and
my-
look for things.
no, just
Handy dandy
light up
detective
the
flashlight.
area.
Just light up the
And I'm
sky.
gonna go ahead and turn that on.
You have a flashlight.
Ta-da! My powerful secret powers have worked once again. We have a light.
Thank you. I'm gonna fly and
did
look
that.
around.
Okay.
I want to see what's watching us. I want to try to find something.
It's pretty thick. The
So I
jungle
don't see
canopy,
anything?
so you're not really going to see into it.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can find any eyeballs.
I have heightened awareness.
I have invisibility.
You all have lots of things. That's cool.
I want to use heightened awareness to try to find the things that are looking at
That's
us.
fair. Where are you?
I would like to explode a random tree to scare what is ever there.
Okay.
I pull out the spear of Odin. I point at the largest deciduous tree I can see, and I shout something at it really loud.
What do you shout?
Probably something, something Goku-esque, I would think. It's a giant lightning bolt,
I want to hear your shout.
Okay. Well, I start real low.
Okay.
Like I'm holding the spear, and I'm real low, like back of my throat, real low.
Like chest voice?
But it builds up. Like the grunting is there for like the first 10 seconds. But then it just explodes.
Eloquent.
Big eyes,
Big eyes.
small mouth.
Huge mouth though too.
There you go.
Big eyes, big mouth, just big head.
I like it. So you do this, and a blast of lightning comes screaming out of the staff of.
The staff of Odin.
It is the staff of Odin.
It is the staff of
Okay.
Odin. It's the
Barrels
helmet
into
of
one of the-
Siegfried, but it's the
Okay,
staff of Odin.
Barrels into one of the nearby trees, which just explodes into splinters, and some poor jungle creatures lose their home.
Yeah, well,
And
Again, it's the 60s.
That was helpful.
and that's it.
it doesn't seem to bother any of it. Okay. Well, obviously I was wrong and we're not being watched.
And at that moment,
I don't even know what to do with that.
screw it.
Can doctors prescribe themselves
At
medication?
that moment, you
Frowned
hear
upon.
you hear a blood curdling. I don't even know what the sound would be.
Well, it's blood.
Thing, and
Could I even hear that over my screaming?
it happened after your thing.
Okay.
Roll me initiative.
Initiative.
Yes.
16.
19.
Oh. Yeah. Oh wait, no, but that's considered
9.
Great. So I'm actually in better shape than I thought I was, because I add that to that. I'm gonna want to use Crash's initiative. I think that would be the smartest way to go.
Yeah, where is that?
So what'd you get?
I got 16. She got
19?
19.
Yep, I'm waiting.
I got 12. I beat my initiative by 2.
Okay, so you got a what?
12.
12. And Shroud?
10.
That's actually perfect. So it just goes down the line.
No, we did that on purpose.
I appreciate
Planned.
it. Makes it easier for me to remember that. No, there is a tremendous scream and a
Damn monkeys!
no apes.
Damn apes! Sorry.
And bursting out-
dirty apes!
Exactly, they are quite dirty because you're in the jungle. Bursting out of the jungle foliage comes 6 strapping, angry-looking gorillas.
4 hands.
4 hands.
Big hands.
2 of them carry large clubs, and each and every one of them has a small red armband
A red armband?
Are these
Wait,
Nazi gorillas?
with a swastika on it.
Are you kidding me?
How can a gorilla have enough self-awareness to be able to profess
And I won't
political
do it.
allegiance?
I'm not gonna do it, especially because it'll be on camera and on the internet forever.
Did you say Nazi gorillas?
But they salute and they charge.
Wait.
Well, I'm first, right?
Did they actually like give out the whole sea guile? Like,
I'm not doing it, but they do it. And they charge.
Did they do it
Charge,
with
and
their...
I'm first.
Well, so they're gonna go once, and then we're gonna go into initiative order. So they get a surprise round, and then we're gonna go with you guys.
Okay.
So, what was your? How are you walking through? You're taking lead, obviously. Who's second? What's your order? What's your marching order?
I'm a robot, so I'm pretty impervious to.
yeah, and I was probably looking at the tracks, so I'm pretty close to the front.
I'll be in back.
Back. So first, is it just first, second, third, fourth again?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, so that's fine. So that's perfect because there's 4 of you right now. So the first gorilla is going to take a shot at the shroud.
The first Nazi gorilla?
The first Nazi gorilla.
I just wanted you to say it again.
I will say it all the time. Yes.
Freaking Nazi
The first Nazi gorilla comes running out towards you, the shroud, and takes a swing with some of his big old gorilla arms.
Ah, watch out! Jeez.
And he will make his attack value just barely, but he'll make it. If you want, you can make a defensive roll.
I most certainly would like to. And that'll be melee defense.
Yeah.
I passed it by 4.
Good job. So he comes up and tries to grab you, and you are able to use, what's your shroud-like powers?
Well, in this case, my whole dodging thing is almost like just the shroud spins away.
So you're like wearing a shroud?
Yes. Oh, yes.
Like a funeral shroud or like
hooded
a cape?
shroud, like a cloak.
Like a
Like a
mushroom?
cloak with a hood that
Yes.
covers his face.
Oh, you're just like a giant walking,
Yeah.
But clearly, there's a person
you're like
in
in
there,
a burqa.
but it's a shroud, a
Okay.
cloak.
I like
And it just, when I go to dive, it's almost like
it.
just a cloak.
Oh, okay, so you
Funny.
use the flashing, spinning fantasticness of the cloth,
Right.
coupled with the darkness of the area, which doesn't actually matter because these are gorillas, they have heightened senses. But he tries to grab you, and I think this one is, yeah, it's a he. He tries to grab you and fails, and
Cool story, bro.
chill. Yells that out at some of his fellow gorillas.
Shell?
Schnell?
No.
Work.
Mop Schnell?
I don't, German's not one of my languages.
And the second gorilla, that's right, because there's 6 of them.
6 gorillas.
Yep, takes a shot
Nazi gorillas.
at, I'll remember, don't worry, at Misdirection. No, the ghost.
Misdirection.
It is Misdirection, yeah. But you kept, the ghost was your other character as a DFA reference. That's why I keep going there. That's what's going on in my brain.
She was the ghost.
We accidentally brought you back. That's cool. So much for permadeath. So
I didn't
yes,
die.
I didn't die.
I did die.
which was my fault. Like I
That's
really.
right, I blew up. Anyway.
This is totally unrelated. I never should have let that happen. I'm sorry. And in my brain, that character still exists, and it was actually a missed DFA because I want her to come back because I love you dearly. So, and you're a wonderful person. So, that was me admitting that on camera. Anywho, first one now, or the second one now attacks you, and
Ghost.
Yes, and these are gorillas. These are not gorillas. Well, they are gorillas.
They're gorillas, not
Yeah, they are
gorillas.
kind of engaged in jungle warfare.
They are gorillas. They are Nazi
have-
They're gorilla gorillas.
You were waiting for that.
Gorilla gorillas.
I was not.
You were waiting for the jungle warfare.
Yes.
I know you were.
So this one comes running up and also tries to grab you.
Yeah, ghost form,
Okay.
and I'm taking over his body.
It comes swinging through you. It would have grabbed, fails because of your decision to go incorporeal. And as she is passing through you, you manifest back in. And you are now fully in control of one of these Nazi gorillas.
We know this, right? And we know which Nazi gorilla
You
she
know how
is?
she fights. I don't know if
Okay.
you know that she's, which one is which.
Can you, like, raise your hand at us?
I don't know.
I think,
how
I
to-
think they get like funny glowing eyes
I will
when they get
confess to you
possessed.
that all gorillas look alike to me. So
Can you take off your armband?
Oh yeah, no, I'll definitely rip the armband
good call.
off.
Good call. Was
Yeah.
it species
And I'll
to say that?
stomp on it and maybe punch it,
I like it.
because that's what we
The
do.
third one
weird.
is going to take a shot over at Dr. Dynamo.
Oh no!
And this one's got one of the ones with the club.
Oh crap!
Tries to bonk you on the head. And he would hit. So,
Damn.
do you want to try and defend?
I would like to try to defend.
This would be a major success on his point, by the way.
Oh, a major success.
Yes, he will do full damage if he hops with this.
Well,
one.
I have nothing to help me, so
And I can't help because
because it's a surprise round, and we got me.
No, you guys are good. Like, I'm gonna let you defend, and you're fine. So,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh, that sounded solid.
yeah, he.
okay, remind me that on the damage chart for this guy, because I'm trying to remember where everything is on this sheet.
ACV.
I'm gonna need gorilla stats.
Hey, where?
What's his
Looking for-
ACV?
What's his ACV?
10.
And he's sitting at the club
Yes.
for 10
yes.
plus his super strength of 10. So
So 30.
30.
So he'll hit you for 30 points of damage.
Ow! Ow!
Bam!
Oh my gosh. How
That
many
really
hurts.
hurts.
30?
Yeah,
That's
like
a lot.
That's like half of my hit points. So I have to roll shocks to make sure that I'm not dead, which I'm not.
Good. Or you wouldn't die. You just might get
I'm not
you
stunned.
might get stunned.
I am not stunned.
The next
but
one
I,
is going to take a swing. Is actually the next gorilla would have been targeting you. However, because you did the thing you did, this gorilla is now confused and realizes
gorilla,
I
to
don't
be
know where
fair.
misdirection went. Doesn't know that you have taken over.
Do I get
his
an attack of
buddy.
opportunity?
So no, he just stands there and But you will be able to attack him. He won't be able to defend if you attack him because he is very confused. He thinks you're his buddy. Doesn't know why you decided to disarmband, but doesn't know that you are him, that you are she, and that she is you, and that he should be attacking she because she is you.
Yeah.
Great.
Made sense to me.
Sure.
There's
I
two
get it.
more gorillas.
Oh, they really-
This one's going after the Shroud.
Not the shroud.
Wow, Shroud, you already defended, didn't you?
I have extra defense, so
That's
I
good
will
for you.
defend
He made
again.
it by a lot. It was another major success.
And I will be, yep, so. I beat it by 13.
Perfect.
Yeah.
This gorilla comes up and tries to take another swing at you. There's another one of the club ones. Fails. I'm just going to leave it
Spin
at
the
that.
other way.
Yeah, you were so dynamic and you're spinning out of the way that, nothing happened.
Foolish Nazi, you cannot challenge the shroud.
And the other one also would have been going after misdirection. 3 of them were going to charge you as the 1 point. And they're all so confused.
they're all just standing there looking at each other, but one of them
Where
is
did you go?
You're like, what?
And that brings us to misdirection, who is going first.
What are the gorilla stats?
The gorilla has a body of 14 and a rank of super strength.
Thank you. I am going to just whichever one is closest to me is just getting a full rush.
Charge.
Tackle, charge.
Punch.
Okay, do it. You go full, yeah. And you're going to get
Yeah.
a bonus on this attack because this guy has no idea that anything's coming.
He's like, what happened? She gets stung by a bee? Oh, shit.
14. I don't know if that makes it or not.
What's your ACV?
The gorilla.
The gorillas, it would not make it.
Right.
However, well, that's not true actually because you're getting a bonus because of the whole surprise value.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah, you totally hit it. So you were trying to tackle him down.
Oh yeah, just like a head straight and.
I like it. So it's like
I loved the sound effects.
a
Did
charge,
you get extra
jump,
points for
tackle
the sound effects?
thing.
Shit.
Oh yeah, he's down.
I like
and
it.
I am on him. And I will start wailing if I can.
Okay, that sounds good. You also did then. You did 20. What?
Tommy gets points.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Why? What'd they do?
German.
Read the bottom quote.
With Frank, warum hast du dein Armband?
I don't know what that means.
Come on! Give him a bonus!
I don't know what that means.
Beautiful.
Why hast you taken off your armband?
Ah, thank
Oh,
you.
that's friggin'
I'm guessing.
beautiful.
That's just
Oh my god.
a chump
I love
guess.
It.
It's okay,
Frank.
it's German. You can chump guess and be right at least half the time.
The English is pretty similar
Yeah.
to German.
How much damage did I just do, by the way?
You did 20 points of damage
Nice.
to that one. And he is now so confused because you did this, he cannot act on his next turn. Like, he can't defend, can't act.
Can I, since she's a girl gorilla and he's a boy gorilla, is he also a little turned on and therefore extra distracted? Because she's like landed on top of him in this like gorilla, embrace.
It's very physically intense.
And nobody's wearing any clothes.
I think
One of
that's-
you give me a seduction roll.
I think that's why
It's gotta
he's
be Bombshell.
Do it.
Oh, that's no.
No, she does not understand human
No,
or
but-
gorilla lust right now.
But this is where the buffs would come in. So we are not playing with buffs in the standard sense because we're not using the tips and whatnot. If you watch Twitch, especially if you've been watching Hyper RPG, you understand that piece. So this is a great chance for me to briefly introduce you to the working prototype of the buffs.
So can
And
I
you'll understand
scooch
where this is going.
and then use different dice?
Just
Yeah,
let-
I know.
I do
right?
have 2 rerolls.
So, yeah, you do, but I don't know that you need to do that just yet because, and you can mark down, you each now are going to have you each have 2 of the buff that I'm about to tell you. Okay. And as a party, you have 7 points for sliding on the
7
scale.
points. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
So you now have 7 points. So the buffs, and here you go. Just again, this is the working draft.
We have 2 each and 7 as a
I
group.
have 7.
Correct. So the party buff, Meta
2
Moment,
each,
allows a cast member to slide themselves 1 space in the player avatar spectrum.
Oh, cool.
In any direction we want.
Any direction you want.
Love it.
Now, as we have been testing this out, clearly we're going to make some modifications to the dice and rolling for next week. That's fine. That's why we play test. But yes, right now you have 7 points to do that. Might give you some more as this progresses. Each of you has 2 of this specific buff. This buff is based on your player, but allows you to cheat with your avatar.
Okay.
I hope that made sense. You're all gamers. You follow it.
But we can move either direction.
1, and we have 7 moves either
Okay,
direction.
so
as a party.
Aquamarine is not here, but I'm going to read hers off anyway. Hers is Go Deeper. Cult leaders know how to work a crowd.
Dirty.
Aquamarine convinces I know it's dirty, it's why I chose that. Aquamarine convinces an attacker to ignore the party and think about the meaning of life for 1 round. For Crash, Leet Haxor. Using his superior gaming skills, Jackson bends reality. His next attack can target multiple opponents without penalty.
Oh, sweet.
That's awesome.
Reset button. Jebediah uses his knowledge of the metapods to reset everyone back to 0 on the player avatar
So that
spectrum.
wouldn't cost any of those 7 that we have.
Correct.
Nope.
That's awesome.
I'm listening. Jenica's psychiatric training allows her to, psychiatrist by the way, not a psychologist, allows her to read an opponent like a book. She can re-roll a failed defensive roll or social skill check.
Oh, so you could have re-rolled?
Oh.
You have your 2 regular re-rolls,
So I could- and that.
you have that specific one.
All right, so
Folk wisdom. This is right here. Tapping into the lessons she learned at her mama's knee, Rosie gains a +4 bonus to her next skill roll. Now, specifically, several of these, if not most of them, are usable both in and out of combat.
Yeah.
And so that's deliberate. We might do some tweaking again as that plays on. Yes, sir.
When can we make a shift?
You may make
Only
a
during
shift.
our turn?
Only during your turn.
Okay.
At the beginning of your turn.
Love it.
So if this roll that I was doing for the seduction of the 2 gorillas, that's technically her turn, so I couldn't shift myself yet.
Correct, but don't even worry about that because we're just fudging with things
Okay,
right now.
so-
the important thing is if you want, you can use a reroll to reroll your seduction check because
I
it's
do.
a social skill.
Could I scooch over and then use the seduction?
If it's your turn, yeah, it is.
Because it would be my turn next.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay. The other things, okay, I have other plans too. Can I do that and then have other plans, or is this my only plans?
You're so cute.
1 non-combat action, 1 combat action, 1 defensive action.
This is a non-combat action.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to roll. I'm going to go here.
You want to move towards your avatar or towards your
Oh,
player?
toward my avatar, because I am more sexy as a robot than as a psychiatrist.
Well, I think
That
that's
I didn't see
debatable.
coming.
Sex robot.
So then I'm
Sex
going to
robot.
roll
Sex robot.
the D10s then.
Yeah.
Okay. And that's much better.
Yeah.
14 for seduction of the 2
Yeah,
gorillas.
so based on what your stat, because that will make it. So as a result, because I'm going to give you the circumstance bonus
Yeah,
too,
with
so
the
you're all
circumstance
good.
bonus, you're totally
Okay,
good.
great.
So as a result, yes.
I
the
am now
gorilla-
having gorilla sex?
No.
No, you just turned on the gorilla.
Oh, I'm turning.
The
Oh.
gorilla on the ground.
Later.
His base
I wouldn't do that
carnal
to you.
instincts, even though you have just attacked him in Nazi gorilla language, this could also be taken as foreplay. So he is now mildly distracted. So
Mildly?
I mean,
Come on. She's a sexy
he knows
gorilla.
you attacked him on some level,
He is a
but
big
he's
owner.
also
He also likes it.
He's like, but she wants to do stuff. So you know, I mean, like it's that moment where his brain is shifting and it's not the right brain in charge, and so he's going to take some penalties on his next roll. And I'll tell you what
Yes.
those are when we come to that.
Are they stiff penalties?
I hate you.
Excellent.
Does the
All right.
gorilla have a boner?
Jeez.
Okay. So some of the
Oh,
other things
Lord.
that I want are I want
Aquamarine.
so I can use
you're right
Aquamarine.
here.
I was going to bring her
Join
in
us.
after the combat.
Oh,
I want
I'm super excited to see it.
Yeah, give me a second. We'll work that in.
Okay.
They can only see it.
So,
Other things that I can do. I have my special attack, Force Blast. I also have a Force Field. Is there anybody near me I can like Force Field a protective bubble? I could blast people and then Force Field a protective bubble?
you can do one combat action.
So, well, I would think the Force Field would be like a defensive action. I could blast and then defense.
We're currently.
I'm going to say you can do one or the other.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's activating a power. They're both powers.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah.
Are any of the gorillas more bunched up than others?
There are 3 that are attacking
I am.
misdirection.
Oh, but she's
Or
a.
excuse me, 2 that were attacking misdirection, plus the one she took over.
So if I force blasted them, she could maybe vacate that gorilla's body before the force blast hit her.
If you warned her you were about to do it,
Hey, misdirection! I might be force blasting that group of gorillas that you're near. Do you want to jump out of that body before you have gorilla sex?
Well,
so I can.
the minute you do it, just.
Yeah.
you just yell out to her, misdirection, incorporeal!
Yes. So.
she does that, which means she won't be hit, so yes, you can blast and
Force
attack
blast.
all of them.
Oh yeah.
What was your roll?
4.
Oh geez, even with the
14.
stacking.
14.
Oh, okay, 14. Sorry.
Yeah, it's different. So what is your...
My force blast thingy is
Does 100 points of damage and has ACV knockback. So it just...
What's her AC?
is it? Which one am I looking at? This one 9
Attack combat value plus.
plus the special
You've
attack
got-
force blast.
Yeah, 14.
Oh yeah, so I'm
14
fine.
or
So she made
Okay,
it.
so you hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry.
You just made it, so it'll do 50% damage. Mm-hmm. And still 50 points each plus knockback. Mm-hmm. I'm assuming you're going to do that to all 3 of them.
Oh yeah, I expected it was just.
So they are all, let's see, one of them was just possessed, can't defend. The other one, penalty because of the seduction quote
Yes.
thing, can't defend. And the third one, 50-50, because what the hell. So you hit all 3 of those gorillas with your force blast, doing 50 points of damage.
Take that, Nazi gorillas.
And, and because of the knockback, they all just go...
May I talk?
And they all go flying off into the trees and such. And I tell you what, I will do an odd or even for each one.
To see if they hit a tree.
If they hit a tree, because it's a pretty
densely
thick
packed.
thing. So odds are going to hit. So 2 of them do run into trees.
Ow!
So they're each going to take 10 points of impact damage from smacking into the trees.
So I did the 50 points, and then there's extra 10.
Correct. From them smacking into the trees.
Sexy
And
robots.
actually, the one that was trying to be seduced is almost unconscious now.
Good. Sure.
One more hit, and that guy is
It's a
going to
bad
be
day
knocked
for that
out. Yeah.
poor Nazi gorilla.
So that was bombshell. That means the gorillas get to act.
Wait,
I haven't gone yet.
they haven't
They
gone.
went in between you guys. They got a surprise round.
Oh.
They rolled higher than these 2, lower than those 2.
Oh, okay.
Got it.
So,
So wait, if we used our defensive action during the surprise round, we don't get it now?
No, it's the new round.
New round.
Oh, okay, cool.
Robert, just to address your question in chat, I think we're going to wind up using the physical ones probably for quite a while because it's much simpler for each person to track individually, especially as we really get into the show. It's going to be apparent that they're going to need that immediate control to track it for themselves rather than trying to figure out how to program it. Additionally, we're looking at how to program in so that you can see both the player and the avatar sheets at the same time so that you can see those stats and such. For those of you who've watched DFA, for example, when they show the damage tracker, it would be something similar to that. So a digital version condensed and compressed of those cards so that you have that information. So there you go. There's a good question. And yeah, I'm still watching chat. I'm just watching it late because apparently I live in the past. So the 6 gorillas who were there.
Yes, but
Now 3.
but sort of 3.
Yes, true.
Okay.
Those 3. Well, no, those 3 still get to act.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, one of them at least is still in the air this round.
because of,
Because of that ACV knockback, that'll put you in the air.
I'm just gonna say they got shoved into the forest and in the trees and such, just to keep it simple for me.
Okay.
So the first one, and we'll introduce Aquamarine in a little bit. So those 3 gorillas that got shoved over by the force blast. The one that you possessed
Yeah.
is no longer possessed because you went incorporeal. So that one, she stands up and kind of looks around herself for a moment, and she sees the 3 of you. because you're still incorporeal now. And so she starts charging into the fight. And but
I'd be closest to her.
Yeah, but she doesn't see you because you're incorporeal, right?
What path does she run to get back to them?
Odds or evens. You can possess her.
So she runs back and then just...
So, yeah, sure. So she's back to being possessed.
You can't do it.
Why not?
Turn.
There is, I'm aware. But the other two continue to run into combat as well, but they won't make it on this turn. And then there are the other three. Two were on you, one there. Gentleman with a club who is on you. Dr. Dynamo is going to take a swing. He'll miss. The two that are on you are, and I actually had this here, but I'm already not using that. Will take a swing. The first one will miss, and the second one will miss.
Hey, good job.
I like it when I don't have to.
So that completes the gorillas.
Yeah, sweet.
Dr. Dynamo, it's all
right.
you.
Doctor.
I'm going to use the pool
Of the 7.
of the 7
Okay.
and move myself on the avatar
it.
towards the avatar track
I like it.
so I can hit something. So,
I
hopefully
understand.
hit something. And let's see. There's a fully healthy Nazi gorilla that just hit me with a big damn club, right?
Yes, and then there are two nearby attacking your friend the Shroud, and you also have 2 buffs you can use right now that would give you a multi-attack without penalty.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to do the multi-attack then, because that sounds like, because I want to see how that works.
Yeah, I do too.
In fact,
That's why I reminded you.
in fact, just to be like doubly safe about it, because we've got 3 that are in immediate area, but they're also giant gorillas, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Because these aren't just your normal everyday big gorillas. These guys are huge, so they are all, let's say, 12 feet, 10 to 12.
So I use
Big
another,
honking gorilla.
and I will use that. What is that power called?
That is called, right now it's in the, I think it's in the thing is Leap Haxor.
Okay, but it's basically
Death Blossom.
It's Death Blossom. All right, and I'll use my special attack.
Sounds good. It's a character thing, like limit.
Yeah, I'll use my special attack.
Sounds good.
My lightning blast
I
of
like
doom.
it. So you, and is there a thing that you yell out for your lightning blast of doom?
Oh, God.
Yeah. I yell, "Kill the wabbit!" as loud as I can.
That makes perfect sense because you've got the helmet and you've
The
got
Spirit Magic Helmet, right?
you
Spirit
go.
Magic Helmet.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
the reference. That yep.
Magic Helmet.
I think Mitch
And
actually
I'll
got-
give
I
you
think
a
Mitch gets that
sample. Sorry, I get a little carried away.
Okay, so you fire off your chain lightning. Go for it.
Patoo! I rolled a 5, so I beat my ACB with the Dr. Dynamo by 10.
By 10.
I beat it by 10.
That's not going to be good for these guys. How much damage does that attack do?
It does 100 points of damage. It ignores 20 points of armor and 30 points of force field.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
It's the Spear of friggin' Odin, man.
You beat your roll by how many?
By 10.
By 10. So that's an overwhelming success. That's 150% of your damage. So you do how many points of damage?
150 damage.
150 damage. So, and you fired at all 3 of these guys?
Yeah,
Well, yeah, I didn't. I mean, normally I can only target
Okay.
one person with that, but
they're going to try and dodge.
dodging a tank.
One's not going to succeed, and one will succeed.
How?
One's not going to succeed.
how? It's an ape. He jumped. He flipped.
He brachiated all over the
You
place.
do whatever
I just
you can
wanted
to
to
dodge a
know.
lightning bolt
Yes.
coming out of a magic spear.
If you can dodge a lightning bolt, then you can. Never mind.
Then you can dodge a ball.
There you go. One of them somehow uses his heightened Nazi gorilla skills to leap up, grab a tree, fling around, drop back down. Gets missed. The other 2, however, are electrical flambe right now. I mean, they're dead. They aren't.
I'm assuming we're
No. I'm a good guy, so I only knocked them out.
electricity.
Yes, until they died.
Yes.
And are we smelling all that burning fur?
Oh.
Yeah.
Also, they're Nazis, so it doesn't matter if we kill them.
Oh.
What?
Well, so
They're Nazis and gorillas. It's
So
like
one of the gorillas is still up the. Oh, these are 55. You know what?
What?
It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
Haram
Just realize something for
Islam.
later. It's all good. So yes, but 2 of them are down, and it is over to the Shroud.
I am going to spend one of the group putting us down to 4.
Okay.
Non-com putting up a force field.
And
Oh, I don't need those dice, but I still made it.
there's only one gorilla left.
Yep.
My non-combat action is going to be to pull out both of my chrome-plated 45s
Okay.
and shoot that Nazi gorilla in his face.
Okay, give me a roll.
Where are we at? Ah, there we go.
Oh yeah, that was good.
I beat it by 10.
Okay, so
awesome.
how much damage did you do?
I am not sure what a 45 does, but I will add to it
It's
8
okay.
for my ACV plus 10 for massive damage. So whatever it is for a 45 plus 18.
It says 12 is the damage for a heavy pistol.
Yep, so 30.
So 30, and you do 150%, so
And
you do
my-
45 points of damage.
And I am shooting with 2 weapons,
do
so I'm
90
going to
points
take
of
that minus 4 on the second
On its
shot.
head?
I rolled an 11. That still beats right on the money. So
As long as
50%
you
damage.
do 5 points of damage, it's down. So it's gorilla number
Take
4
that,
is on the
you
ground.
Nazi villain!
Does it even have a head anymore?
No.
That one's very wounded.
It dodges out of the way.
Yes, that one. So gorilla number 4.
Bullets, my only weakness.
Yes, it managed to springboard up, grab a tree, flip around the branch, lands feeling all debonair and awesome and kick-ass about avoiding Dr. Dino's electrical, conflagration. God, I talk for a living. And yet, as soon as it touches down,
Takes 2
the
Springfield
Shroud
Armory
whips
45s
him
in
out.
the face.
Let me rephrase that. The Shroud pulls out his guns, fires off twice, plugs it, cord center, and that gorilla drops. Which brings us around to misdirection.
What if I would have
How many
known that
gorillas
would
are
work?
left?
I would have brought guns
Well,
too.
There's actually one left.
Is it
The
just
one
me?
she's
Yes,
in?
because I realized I was not looking correctly at hit points.
Excellent.
And so to make a long story short, the one that's left is the one you possess. Do you manifest into it?
Well, she
I'm
is
already in it.
Okay, so
but-
what happens on your turn? You couldn't last time because it wasn't your action.
Oh.
So here's the thing. I'm gonna let you know. Give me a soul check at a +6.
Okay.
Another or a
Now I was
-6.
gonna move myself at the beginning of my turn. Do you want me to do that now?
Just go do this thing first.
Okay. That is 11.
-6 is a 5. So
Yeah.
you realize as soon as you manifest inside this gorilla, you're immediately aware when you take over someone of their basic physical status.
Yeah.
And you realize that this gorilla is more or less one touch away from
On his
going
last
down.
hands.
He's on his last. She's on her last hand. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So if you wanted to just
For 'em.
punch yourself, you could do that and drop the gorilla.
Or
You do what you want. You do
or I could move over to Rosie just one little bit.
you. Okay.
So I'm not in the gorilla yet.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is that? Oh, I'm confused. You said I couldn't.
You couldn't get in until your turn.
Gotcha.
Now it's your turn, so you said you wanted to, so now you're in.
Okay, I see. That's fine.
Yeah.
As the gorilla,
Yes.
I'm gonna use my gorilla strength. We're in the jungle to pull down a vine
Okay.
to make a lasso.
Okay.
I will then, once the lasso's made, I'm gonna jump out of the gorilla, become corporeal, and rope that bitch.
I like it. Give
Choke
me a
her
roll.
Now I roll this one now?
Yeah,
I
you're.
see where this is going.
So you're doing this.
I roll my 10. Yeah.
I see where this is going.
2 10. Okay. Which
11.
yeah, 11.
You make okay. So you do this. This is brilliant. So you
Which is under,
You
yeah.
lasso up this gorilla.
Yeah.
This is really brilliant.
Well,
okay. The gorilla in her weakened state from being force blast.
In more than one way.
Yeah.
Yes, being all the things that have happened to this poor
This
gorilla.
poor gorilla.
She's unable. You use your knowledge, Rosie's knowledge of how to rope and ride, and you bind this gorilla like nobody's
Can I
business.
keep the gorilla alive to now ride it through the jungle?
Well, here's the thing. You could do something else, actually. You could, sure. You could try to break the gorilla and train it, but that would take a while.
Oh, I can do things with
Also, it's a sentient Nazi.
It's a sentient Nazi. It speaks a language.
I could do like empathy things with it too. I could work
that's where we're
together
going.
with her.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
I can do things.
Oh, Lord. Okay. So in the middle of all this,
Yes.
as you guys have now kind of controlled the situation, we're just going to say this happens through some magical reality interface because I have no way of justifying it with any sort of
The combat
Story
is
arc?
over, therefore it's good.
a fifth superhero, an old friend of yours, who the Shield, what's her name?
Shield Maiden.
Shield Maiden.
Duh.
Shield Maiden.
Shield Maiden.
He wrote it down.
That's right. Shield Maiden, your old compatriot, who had been on the plane with you at all times, but was taking a nap in the back.
I work very hard.
Even though she was the only one who could have kept it from crashing.
Correct. She actually could have prevented the plane crash. But
You guys got it. It's all right. You had it.
You just like to see us work.
Of
Yes,
course.
Shield Maiden saunters through the brush and says,
Hey guys.
We're
Looks like you've got the gorilla situation under control. Good.
Yeah,
I was
indeed.
watching.
Nazi gorilla.
Nazi gorilla.
Thanks for
Yeah, they're
helping
Nazi
out.
gorillas.
I tore his armband off, that's why you
Still
can't
kind of
tell.
confused.
Okay, well I was watching
I
through
am
the little
too.
portal the entire time and it looked like you had this.
Thanks for
And I-
giving it to us.
Yeah, of course.
I think
That's what I do.
Just because, especially because playtesting, I'm going to break for a moment. Go ahead and cheat over a little bit in that direction. You're fine where you are. We just got to stay.
I was like,
We might play with the
Gotcha.
camera angle for next time too.
Okay.
So yeah, I can see what it looks like here. So I'm just, it's easier this way rather than trying to be subtle and pass notes.
yes, got you. Here I am.
There you go. It's good to see you, Shield Maiden. And I'm not there. I can't.
Good
talk
to
you.
see you.
Welcome
Oh.
to the forest jungle place.
This is great.
She seems oddly
knew you would catch
unfazed.
up
She
catch
seems
up with us.
oddly unfazed by the appearance of half a dozen sentient Nazi gorilla
This is
gorillas.
just another day in the life of Shield Maiden. Nazi gorillas, etc. Normal.
Jungle crashes.
She's already got the character down.
Oh yes, I'm excited to meet Aquamarine
Look
later.
at my. It's really large.
It's
It's very much.
The shield.
It's large. It's like iridescent pink silver.
I like it.
Excellent. All right.
So
That's exactly what it is.
So
we doing?
I believe
My
Russian
turn?
and Spanish.
Yes, Russian and Spanish, but that's for Jenica, and I'm more over here.
Japanese. That's okay. You can still tap into
I
that
know.
skill from you're not all the way over.
That's right.
Japanese. I don't believe languages have all been determined for Aquamarine. I'm going to say right now that one of Aquamarine's languages is German.
That is definitely handy.
So
Thanks
we'll
for
figure
knowing
out
that.
the rest. But just so you know, at least German.
Deutsch.
Yes. Yes.
Duh.
Yes.
That's
You're familiar with it.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah.
like Daw's Russian. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got mixed up.
So what would you like to do? This one gorilla is just sitting there, kind of pouting right now, bound, hog-tied on the ground, calf-tied, as it were.
Yeah.
What else is happening?
So are we going to interrogate the gorilla?
Oh yes. Good idea.
I could do that.
I mean, is that something we can do?
I have those skills.
Please.
Well, sure, but
I didn't even hear one of them actually speak. Is that even possible?
no, one of them said Schnell.
But
Schnell.
that was Schnell?
Telepathy, though, I could like try to
Du
get
bist
in
ein
there.
Scheithausen.
Oh hell! It's cursing at us in German.
I even know what
Deutsch.
that means.
Well, balls. If I have like psychology, diplomacy, interrogation, intimidation, if I have all these things and I have telepathy, can I get into its head and figure it out even though it's in German and I don't know German?
I can help you fill in the rest. with
If
my
I just
German knowledge.
speak it phonetically to her, can she help me out?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's a great idea. I love it. What could possibly go wrong?
Nothing ever gets
I
lost
can
in
speak with the
translation.
German gorilla. The Nazi gorilla.
You can just speak with the German gorilla directly.
Oh, I don't have to go into its head?
If you want to try and telepathically read its thoughts, And wait, do you have telepathy or?
I have telepathy.
You have telepathy
She has
as well?
telepathy. Yeah, she has telepathy.
So yes, what you could do is you could also be in its brain, and you could still communicate to her what it's thinking. So if it tries to lie, you could say,
I want to do that.
Well, normally I can tell when a man lies.
I sense that it's super bummed about being
I don't
tied
know if
up.
it works on gorillas.
I want to try that. Can I do that?
I already said you could.
Okay, so do I? I don't know.
We're gonna find out what's
Okay,
up.
11. So I'm doing it. Do you want me to ask it questions?
We're looking for Sir.
Or should you?
Sir, did you see a guy, gorilla in mind? Did you see a guy with an attache case who looked fancy pants?
Ich spreche Deutsch.
Oh, he wants you to speak German.
Okay.
I will translate.
Ich spreche Deutsch.
Die
Die Frau ist Frau.
Oh, that was pretty good. He knew what that meant. Fro.
You're speaking in German?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we could just, I've forgotten so much high school German, so we're just going to use English with horrible accents.
Great.
Yeah.
Okay, so
good idea.
So you tell me how to say, did you see a guy with fancy pants and a briefcase?
Did you see uns guy with fancy pants? You have to pronounce it this way. What was the rest of your question? I forgot.
Fancy pants and a briefcase.
Und eine Briefcase.
Dietz, you see ein...
Well, no, so
Fancy.
you don't have to translate
Oh,
anything.
praise
What you were
Jesus.
doing is you were monitoring the gorilla's inner thoughts.
Oh, okay.
Making sure it's not lying.
I understand.
So what you're going to do is, if you guys ask questions, you are going to be able to say, well, here's what the gorilla was thinking.
Okay. I
And
got
rather than ask you to do all of that, I'm just going to basically say that we worked it out, and so
Okay, good.
I will tell you lie or truth.
Okay.
So we're
Because-
really interrogating
Because
a
otherwise,
gorilla.
holy crap.
We're really
So-
interrogating a gorilla.
Just wanted to make sure that was actually happening.
Yeah, I don't
Thank
know what's
you.
happening. Just, I gotta get back to the character.
Fancy pants. Und Briefcase.
Maybe.
Maybe, what does maybe mean?
No.
She's lying.
She's lying.
Okay, which way did he go?
Which way did he go?
I said bad accent's not horrific.
Didn't you say horrific?
Maybe I did.
I clearly heard
It was
horrific.
No, keep doing that. Mine's
Horrific.
even worse, so it's
That's
all
for
good.
German.
Thunderstorm.
You do a pretty good gorilla.
It's okay.
Which way did he go?
Which way?
So the gorilla's already told you there was no person. You know the gorilla's lying, but it's not telling you the truth.
Can I use any of my things to like influence it
You
to
could
just...
intimidate. You could.
I want to... I'm
seduce,
inside of its
but I really
head.
don't want to roleplay that.
I'm inside of its head. I can intimidate the
then
hell
it's
out of
dead.
it.
I want to tell the gorilla that she knows that
Yeah,
she's
you
lying.
can go right ahead and say that.
You're lying, gorilla. That's the accent I got now.
I like that one.
Tell the truth.
The gorilla could.
Just wow, you really were quick to admit that.
He was lying.
Yeah.
Look
She
at the
was
clock.
lying.
I know how much time we have.
Tell the
The
truth,
soldier,
or
not
else,
Charles.
gorilla. Gorilla. That's better. That's more German.
We took the case and the
And
fancy man
The gorillas...
back to camp.
We need to go to the camp.
Which way to camp?
which way camp. You don't need to say do that.
I'm just gonna shoot it.
I'm gonna put my gun in its mouth.
Can you hear the thoughts?
Oh.
No, she...
Suddenly the gorilla becomes much more accommodating.
This is very simple. You will nod for yes or shake.
Oh, he says it. She says that we're gonna go that way.
I'll pull it out enough that she can talk.
East. East.
East. That could mean the direction or the word end.
East. The
Oh, like,
direction.
yes,
The direction. Okay, we're good.
Should we, guys, use the gorilla like on a leash and have it take us to?
You know,
its
I was
lair?
actually against the whole even talking to the gorilla plan, so I'm gonna leave that one to you. Let me know when you need something exploded with lightning.
You can explode with lightning around it so that it's fearful, and we'll do what we want.
I think the 45 has that covered.
What do you want? Do you want to leash it? And
I can leash it.
Ride it to camp?
Gallantly ride a gorilla.
A Nazi gorilla. You don't really.
Well, maybe the gorilla would be compliant without the leash. Because
Nazi
there's
gorilla.
weapons pointed at her.
Yeah, I mean, you've got a ace card. I mean,
I could just lasso it again.
Yeah, no. You can compel the gorilla. You can compel to come along with you.
All right. Take us to your leader, gorilla.
So the gorilla begins to work her way through the jungle, through the brush, leading you up and down.
I'm going to make sure she understands that the shroud is right there.
Oh yeah, it's very aware of your presence. And you continue to travel along for about an hour, actually.
I really wish I was flying right now.
Through the deep dark jungle.
This is great.
Walked
I can.
all the way here to ambush us? For what? What was in the cave?
Watched you.
Watched you.
Oh, good. Stalker. Neat.
Why were you watching us?
Can we ask it maybe why it's wearing a Nazi swastika?
Right. I'm glad somebody finally brought that up.
Well, sure.
Why are you wearing a Nazi? What was the quote?
Swastika.
Swastika. Banned on your.
On your gorilla.
Because I am so freaking curious about this.
I think we know why, right?
I think it's because he's a Nazi.
I think it's because he's a Nazi.
I assumed.
Not hate, it's heritage.
Oh
no.
Gorilla. Gorilla heritage? Your Nazi gorilla heritage.
I'm sorry, I don't know how awful that was, but it amused me.
Oh no.
So I'm just not going to do this part in character because I don't feel like it. The gorilla, you eventually, as you're going over the course of this, up and down the mountains and everything else, the gorilla basically tells you that following the end of World War II, there were a group of scientists, of Nazi scientists, that had escaped to South America and set up a testing facility, a research facility, in which they were trying to breed super soldiers.
Like
you do.
Using gorillas as a template. And the experiments were actually fairly successful. And you know this because you just fought some of them. And the result is that the result is that almost 20 years later, there is actually this entire society now of genetically modified, superpowered Nazi gorillas hanging out in the random forest or jungle
of South America,
of southeastern Colombia.
I think it is our just duty to take down these Nazi gorillas.
All of them? Just wipe them out?
They're Nazis.
Well, now...
What do you do to a Nazi?
You punch him in the face. Even I know that, and I'm evil.
We don't know that their Nazi affiliation has anything more than just, like, the people that make them Nazis.
I'm not going down that road.
Does the gorilla not do it?
She's bound, dude.
No, like, if we haven't... Maybe just the people that made them were Nazis. Maybe they just are decorated like Nazis because they were made by Nazis, and maybe we can discuss...
At this point in time, what has occurred in the guerrilla society is that they were based on this principle, and now they are their ultimate goal is to rid the Earth of the inferior human beings.
Oh wait, all human beings?
Yeah, because you're inferior.
Yeah. Oh, then we should kill them.
And eventually set up a superpowered guerrilla empire across the globe.
Yeah, then we have to kill. All right.
Hey, despotic guerrilla Nazi empire. Maybe stop it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, negotiation is not on the table.
All right, that's what I was asking.
Appreciate the thought, but
Makes me wonder when it's...
But no, that's not an option.
Sort of makes me worry when the potential villain
definitely
of the group...
an evil mastermind behind this one. I can tell you from experience, if there's not an evil mastermind behind this entire plan, then it is just an amazing bit of coincidence.
I would have expected you to be the one to say, kill them all.
Now, what did you ask about the agent?
The gorilla said that the agent was at the sir was at
they
the
took the briefcase,
camp. They took the briefcase and the man. So we're...
What exactly did you ask?
We asked, did you see the man?
Yeah,
Where
that's
did
what I thought you said.
Where
Did
did
you
he
see-
go?
Where did he? Yeah.
With the briefcase.
Okay.
We did.
I wanted to clarify that I heard words correctly. That's
You
all.
gave us the correct misinformation based on what we asked.
That is exactly what
Okay.
I wanted to understand. So thank you. That's exactly what I wanted to know.
Can we now ask the bound gorilla if the bound gorilla is working for or with the fancy pants man with the briefcase?
9.
Oh, come on! That is clearly a lie!
The gorilla's even laughing.
Is this like your first time interrogating a gorilla? I mean,
It's
ever?
kind of fun when you just give it
This
away.
is mine.
9.
This gorilla
still
sucks.
laughing.
All right, so we know that you're working with the man with the briefcase.
So this gorilla is a lower level peon, so to speak, in the gorilla empire, and really can't tell you. You were able to ascertain after a while that that the agent went willingly with the gorillas.
Maybe he really
But his
was
tracks didn't go further.
a diplomat.
Is he like carried in a little like?
So maybe they carried him on something?
He has like a little one of those little, you know, with the four
Sedan chair?
that those.
Is that what those are called?
Yes.
I always called it a pole bench.
Maybe that's where we get the word sedan.
Oh, maybe it is actually. I never thought of that.
Car, word.
Anyway,
Etymology, one of my skills, clearly.
Good roll. You credited it.
It's not.
Worst case scenario, we amused Mitch. So I mean, we've at least got that going for us.
That's a win.
So we move on through the jungles, interrogating this gorilla.
Yes.
On our way
Yes.
to murder all the other gorillas
Yes.
and the guy with the brief, and maybe probably figure out what the guy with the briefcase is
Yes.
up to. These are our current goals.
These are all things that are goals of
Clearly,
yours.
he's
Yes.
attempting to negotiate peace for the United States of America with the gorilla empire of Central America.
Also, clearly, guns is a superpower, which, by the way, not a fucking superpower. So basically, clearly, jack shit. Let's go see what's happening.
Yes. Yes. Let's go.
So you continue on to the camp. Is that
Yes.
true? Okay. So after a while, there's a break in the jungle canopy, and you are able to make out ahead as you poke out. You see what looks to be a super high-tech research base thing. Wow. I actually had a better
Lab?
description of that in my mind at one point.
I would have literally
Facility?
killed the population of South America for a base like this.
You see a what seems to be a tricked out bunker. Then you are smart enough to figure there's more underneath it. Plus, the gorilla confirms once you continue to interrogate.
So we need to get to the bunker.
Miles of underground. It's gorgeous.
I mean, I'm invisible. I could go invisible, go non-corporeal, and just take over a guard and open the gate.
You
I like
kind of
that
do
plan.
have an amazing skeleton key for getting into anything you want to get
That's
into.
good.
But
plan.
we do need to take into consideration that usually you do this, and usually you end up getting captured.
Don't get captured.
I wasn't gonna say anything, but I mean the plan hasn't really changed from the last 5 times we did something similar.
All right. But like, what if Shield Maiden gives me like 5 German words to say, and then like I'll totally pass.
I think that's a good idea. That's
How
a
could
good
it fail?
plan.
How could it fail?
All right, well we'll see you in 2 hours when we come and save you.
I like the plan.
I'm going
Okay.
to go in non-corporeal, invisible. I'm gonna go through the gate. I'm gonna take over one of the ones who's alone. You know, like he's peeing or something.
I just want to point out that if you really wanted to, you don't have to take over anyone. You could just stay incorporeal and check
be
out the
invisible
facility
the whole
Without
time.
having to take over a
and
single
then come
person.
back out.
Perfect.
Oh, I
Don't
guess
get me
I can-
wrong.
Yes,
You can-
okay. I'll go check out the facility and come report back.
We're just gonna hang out with the gorilla then until you're done.
It's the laser vision
Why haven't we killed this gorilla now?
factor.
We're gonna kill all the gorillas.
maybe we could turn them back into people, and then they'd just be regular horrible monsters.
No, they were always gorillas.
Oh!
Can we
They've been
Do we need this one anymore?
They've been cloned.
Lab bred and cloned.
Yep.
See, I missed most of that because German.
I could also take this one over and walk into the facility.
Maybe gorillas don't go to a scientific facility, though. They don't seem the brainiest.
We don't know. They don't seem
Have you
like...
seen the secret base? Because this is pretty sweet.
Why don't you just go check it out?
Okay, I'm
There's a
gonna go
helipad.
check it out. I'm checking it out.
Oh, yeah.
There's a helipad.
Are we calling
Gorillas
this
that
gorilla?
fly helicopters.
And I mean HELIPAD. I don't mean that it's a helipad.
Yeah, no,
Right.
that's what I have.
Oh, like a
back
cool
in my
pad.
crib.
Like just a friggin' crib, man.
Wicked.
Pimped out.
Coast.
Are
Daddy-o.
we,
I go look at the stupid surroundings and report back.
no, not just the surroundings, in the
Or
lab.
I-
Go in
yeah,
there.
Go in, yeah.
Get all the stuff.
Oh, I bet they're doing experiments
And
on people.
just because I'm
That's where
angry,
you start getting
You need
jealous
to
again.
contain yourself over
Are
there.
you kidding? I've got a dynamoner.
just because I'm angry, I'm also
Nothing.
I'm also going to just like knock over a few random objects.
As you're
Yes.
To scare people?
manifesting through.
Yeah.
Okay, so you manifest your way in.
Yeah.
You go past the guards.
Yeah.
The gorilla guards who are just sitting there. They've got like heavy caliber weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Why they didn't send out the scout party with those, I don't know. In hindsight, whatevs.
See the hard way those guys got? I've never been so jealous of Nazi gorillas in my entire life.
So you go in, and there's a ramp down into the base, and you start, peering around, and you spend. How long do you spend?
It depends on how big the base is.
It's pretty large.
So maybe an hour? Is that too long?
that sounds good.
Yeah.
But an hour to
You
make
can
sure
fly fast enough where if we don't hear back from you in like 2 hours, we can come in after you.
Yeah.
So what you're able to tell is that, so then you come back out?
Yeah, and I'll go back and report back.
As near as you can figure, based on the descriptions that the captured gorilla has given you, you don't think this is the main base. This appears to be some sort of outpost. It definitely has research facilities.
Dang.
And you did see, deep in the heart, the agent.
What was he doing?
He was actually he was indisposed.
Does his briefcase
With
weigh
a
more than
lady?
4 pounds?
No, he was actually using the facilities, so you didn't hang out there long.
Does his briefcase weigh more than 4 pounds?
You didn't see the briefcase.
Damn it.
And eventually he left, he washed, he went out, and he just started talking to some gorillas.
Maybe he's not evil. He did wash his hands.
He
He's a
did, he washed, he
scientist?
walked out, and then he started just talking to the gorillas.
Like they were homies?
Yeah,
Did I
they got
do-
along well.
Yeah, okay.
Hella.
Actually, one of them at the end of the conversation, they did one of those things where it was like up high, down low, and they did like this whole...
And then with like a foot?
Secret handshake.
They had a handshake all the way worked out. Not even we have a handshake because we can't agree on one.
Dr. Dynamite.
I don't like to be touched.
This.
Also, I'm electrical.
That's why we could mime it. Remember the miming?
That seemed a little bit too much like that dance thing you're always talking about. I'm not into that either.
Not yet.
I know.
It's called a twist.
I'm coming around.
All right, is she back yet?
Yeah, okay.
Have
Oh
we?
yeah, she's back. So she
I'm
tells
telling you all
you,
this.
yeah, she tells
Okay,
you,
great.
she tells you it seems to be a decently outfitted bunker situation. There is some evidence of light research going on here, but this is and the guy is there.
But the briefcase is not.
The briefcase,
But
is
he's not a prisoner.
and he's not a prisoner.
And handshake and everything. It was beautiful.
All total,
It was beautiful.
you figured there were you saw a dozen gorilla guards.
I mean, honestly, Dr. Dynamite, I think
Any
we should blow
civilian
that.
gorillas?
Can I ask
There
the
were some gorilla scientists.
Can I ask the gorilla a
The
question?
total gorilla accompaniment of this base. I'm sorry, I just want to finish the sentence because I'm amused that it even exists in reality now.
Me too now.
The total gorilla accompaniment for this base would be 12 gorillas that seem to be of the soldier variety, and about 24 gorillas that seem to be primarily engaged in scientific research.
And the scientific...
Those ones had classes.
Oh, right. So the scientific gorillas, are they still gorillas in that they could tear off our arms and beat us with them?
Even if they are not super soldiers,
They're still gorillas.
Still
They're still
gorillas.
gorillas.
Yes. Okay.
But they're not like skinny gorillas with neck beards. All just like, oh no, they're like full on. Like,
And we're certain
actually,
that there are no
gorilla world, they would
orangutans.
probably shave this part off. And
Oh my
then-
gosh.
Can I ask our captive gorilla a question?
Sure.
Okay.
But you don't speak German.
I'll help
Can I ask our captive gorilla a question
Let's
through
do
our
this.
translator?
Yeah.
Okay. My question is, I know that this gorilla is a girl, and I don't know which way she swings, but I was curious if male gorillas would be attracted to the sexy cyborg robot that I am.
I communicate that via the German language to the female gorilla.
The gorilla responds that while
Did
there
she
is
just ask the gorilla if he thought she was hot?
while there is a certain amount of kink in gorilla culture, it is not rampant. It's not judged. It's okay. But no, the odds are bad that there's anyone seriously going to be interested in the...
Or distracted by the sexy cyborg.
No, the sexy cyborg is probably not going to distract the
right.
gorilla.
The kinky.
So it turns out that the sexy android is basically only able to distract us on this particular mission. Is that correct?
Correct.
Nice.
I helped some gorillas get it on, sort of.
Dynamite.
And then you asked another one if it thought you were pretty. So
I think you should just blow it up. Just blow up the base.
The whole with electricity.
You can kick in the door if you want.
What about the
I
scientific
think that we
gorillas?
need
all right,
to
maybe
get the
They're still all
diplomat
Nazis.
back and
We need to
find
what?
out what he's doing here.
if only somebody could have maybe possessed him and had him walk out of the base like nothing
Oh,
happened.
don't you even start! You were the one who told me that every time I do that, I get caught, and then you have to come save me.
You
so I
do.
decided not to do that.
And even if she did go into his body, how's she gonna find the briefcase if she doesn't know who it is?
This is not a
Where
fair
is it?
argument. I'm sorry, your track record sucks. What do you want me to do about that?
What we want is the briefcase and him.
So the only time I listen to you and I don't do the thing that I want to do is the time you want me to do
So
the
I'm
thing
hearing,
that I
I'm
want to
hearing
do.
man. I'm just going to start like throwing small objects.
I run up and
Through
I
her
deflect
body.
them off of my shield.
Boom.
Okay, you've blocked all of the spitballs I threw.
All right,
Every
fine,
single
I will,
one.
Fine, I will go back in, and as long as they are not doing the super awesome handshake, that is beautiful. Because I would fail.
You'll have to show us later.
I'll bring him out.
Okay.
Great. We'll go cover the door. With fog.
So you...
I'm going back in.
Okay, so you go in?
Finding Sir.
Yeah. Well, let's just call him the agent now.
The
I like that
agent.
better.
What's the agent currently doing?
He is just reading some papers at a desk.
Great. So I'm just gonna slip
This
right
agent is
in.
super
That's
boring.
okay. Yep.
This agent is like playing The Sims.
It's just,
Yep.
I guess you're just rubbing our hands together, getting ready to jump in the dude.
Yeah. I get it. And the paper will just flutter.
Yep, and that's what happens. You just...
Right.
And now you've got control.
I'm gonna keep reading for a solid 5 minutes.
Okay.
The German newspaper?
She's just pretending
No,
to read.
it's an English paper.
I'm not close. Something fair.
He
I'm
brought it
gonna-
with him from the States.
Just stand up
New York Times.
and start to walk
towards us.
towards the.
Sure.
Do I get stopped?
You get stopped at the front door.
Okay.
The gorilla...
Sir, where are you going?
Outside.
No.
Are you stopping me?
Yes.
Oh.
What were your orders? How could that have broken him?
I'm weak. That's why.
Same orders every day.
Repeat them for me, please.
Hey,
He's got his vowels.
Watch the door. No one goes in. No one goes out without permission.
Right. Okay. Question of clarification. Did I come in?
Yes.
Yeah. So then I get to go out.
Boss has to say yes.
Can we see that this interaction is happening?
it's happening
No,
behind the big-
it's
behind the
inside.
security gate.
This is why she fails every time.
If I have telepathy, can I communicate with her?
You can, totally.
All right, I want to communicate with her. How's it going in there?
Not well.
Don't tell Dynamo.
Don't tell Dynamo. Tell Dynamo that it's going fucking great.
All right.
How's it going in there?
It's going really, really well.
I believe that.
Do you need me to
Is she
come and
lying?
fly and get you?
I would like to point out that I have sixth sense, lies, truth, and evil.
Yeah, you know she's lying.
You're lying.
I don't. You
you
know,
need
it's
me
for
to
my
fly?
benefit. Just let it
No,
go.
I need what
I think
what
we
would
all
be
know what's
helpful
going on in there.
large words of persuasion that will let
Okay,
the
I
gorilla
have.
let me.
I have some diplomacy and interrogation and intimidation. I can give you some of those.
Oh, okay. For Christ's sake, just have him put his hand on the door. Just get him to put his hand on the door.
You give orders. Give him an order.
Go and touch the door, gorilla.
Just say this door right here and tap it.
This one right here.
Whoa, why?
Because he follows orders, and that's what he does.
I'm just gonna start pushing that door.
I can't go out this door right here.
No, what are you doing?
He the door to stop you from doing
Lightning bolt the door.
Good thinking. Give me a roll. Actually, everyone give me. I'm gonna need 2 rolls from you. Everyone roll initiative. If you would please give me your attack roll, and then I'll be doing that.
Everyone roll initiative.
And when I
Oh
roll,
dear God!
Yes, you're in initiative.
I rolled
totally initiative.
when I'm rolling for
Because there are
initiative,
2 guards outside the door who are now watching a lightning bolt come screaming across the small court beforehand and frying it. So yes, we're entering initiative.
wait. When
I'm going to
I
deal with this first.
when I do initiative, do I do the D10s that are for the bombshell, or do I do D12s?
It's an interesting
Do you know what I'm
question.
saying?
I mean, initiative is actually the high roll is what was helpful. So just roll 2d12 and we'll just
Okay,
use
the
that
middle
for now.
ones?
And we'll modify it afterwards if we need
Okay.
to.
Beat it by 13.
Jeez.
I rolled 3.
11.
That's 100-point damage, right?
150 right now.
Okay, so I'm not
7.
going to... Well, now he has no reason to roll defense because he's just touching the door. He's a conduit. That's what happens. So, damn. So, Dr. Dynamo, I'm glad you used to be a villain.
Yes.
And you've clearly changed your villainous ways.
Obviously, I'm not a villain anymore. Look, I'm working for the good guys. We're all friends.
Fire a bolt of electricity from the brush, the canopy of the jungle across the clearing, hits the door, transfers through the door. 150 because it's max. Yeah.
Oh well, it probably would. I would think go. I guess it doesn't.
You blow a hole in this door. Honestly, like you don't just fry him through it. He's very dead. We'll just establish with that. The inside gorilla is dead. In fact, I'll write that down. That
I need to learn to turn down the juice on that thing a little bit.
That's fine. We weren't around. You all right?
The 2 on
I killed a
the
god
outside.
once.
Oh,
The 2 on the outside are
singed?
They were luckily leaning against the door as well.
they're off to the side.
And I
Just
can
thinking,
gloriously
that's like an
walk
explosion
through.
of everything that happens.
Now-
And so I'm going to give you partial damage.
Like, I would love that, but my attack does distinguish that it is only single target.
But it was a whole
As
door.
much as I would think it would be awesome,
The electricity might
That's fair.
dissipate through the door, though.
That's fair.
If it's only a single
I could have
target.
made it just electrifying the door, and then it would only be 100 points of damage straight without the
Okay.
all the extra.
Well,
but then I'm just electrifying.
We
the
learn
door.
for the future.
yeah.
So yes, that just blew through the door. Door is...
Door is gone, guys.
There's no problem going through it in the future. The 2 gorillas on the outside take a look and
Bad science experiment.
aim their weapons into the forest.
Initiative is 2
Oh,
dice
shit.
is added to something, subtracted
For what?
for initiative.
Just give me a 2d12. I just want to keep it simple for now.
I got 7.
I have 11.
I have a 5, so you're doing great.
17.
I have 19.
Okay, I heard a 19.
Shroud is 17.
17.
I'm
Wait, try-
11.
wait, what are we rolling for initiative?
Initiative.
Just give me 2d12.
I had
what
already rolled 2 dice.
Rosie, what do you
I'll
have?
roll 2 dice.
7? So we want to roll. We want to roll.
Rosie, what do you have?
I
for-
still rolled 17.
Rosie.
Oh,
Rosie.
7.
Thank
And
you.
I have 11.
I got 7 too.
We'll just put you at the same spot then.
Inish buddies.
Up top.
Something.
Hell yeah.
You have the same level of wanting to.
Well, they rolled so poorly that it doesn't matter. You guys, did you tell them you were going to do what you did?
No, I just said have him put. I was like, have him put his hand on the door.
No, but you. So you.
Is that right?
She communicated with me that she
Did you say
needed
you were
help.
gonna do anything?
I didn't tell them a thing. I'm just
Give
like,
me a mind check.
I'm telling her what to tell them.
I got a 2.
Yeah, you got a crit.
4.
You got a crit?
Yeah.
Nice. I did.
I did it.
Aquamarine, what did you get?
14.
Okay, so Bombshell.
Yeah.
If you want, you can get a free action on the surprise round because you've worked enough with Dr. Dynamo that you knew exactly what he was about to do.
I can read you.
She got a 7.
Also, you were in my
can,
mind.
You also can act that on this one.
All right, so
Great.
So can I just fly in then to where he is because you're?
Well, remember that there are 2 well-armed gorillas standing outside the door right now.
Assault rifle gorillas?
Correct.
Is there any way for me to telepathically tell her, like, don't move yet, and then try to run to the girls and be like, science experiment gone bad, need help, run that way. And
The
then
blast clearly came from the forest, or the jungle.
Come on, gorilla.
No. Okay. So the gorillas.
They saw it come blasting out from the jungle.
I have mind control.
Anyway.
All right.
Jumping.
Can I fly and use my force field at the same time? And so I'm like this big flying force field bubble and like knock a gorilla over.
That's exactly what
Yes, you can
do.
totally do that.
I would like to bowl a gorilla.
Okay, you do that. Give me a roll.
Okay.
Bowl the gorilla.
6. That's good.
Yeah, because you needed.
Did I get a spare? Can I get both gorillas?
That's yeah. Okay, so give me the.
You take a minus for hitting more than one target.
Oh,
so.
okay.
Yes, but on that you could still hit both.
Yeah, I had a 6, so
You would still hit both.
I got a spare. Picked up a spare.
It's a surprise round, so they can't roll a defend. So, what's your damage?
There is
I don't know.
speed chart.
Okay.
You'd have to find the speed for damage for speed and falling.
6
That doesn't
is.
sound
Oh,
fun
my.
to
I
do the
had.
math. I know we have 20 minutes left.
6 to
So
10
in that
was-
case, here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
So it's 5-10. Again, playtesting. So I'm just going to say that. So here's what's going to happen. You're going to manifest your bowling ball.
Yeah.
Do you roll or do you just fly forward?
She flies forward with this giant force field.
Yeah.
You super speed forward towards the first one, pop into it, ricochet backwards into the second one, and at your hit points and your damage, you knock them both unconscious.
I got him.
Good job. That
Well
was
done,
very
Bombshell.
cool.
I'm going to dust myself off and gracefully just exit.
Okay.
I told you it would work, Dr. Dynamo.
Shield.
Shield maiden.
Shield maiden. What would you like to do?
That's all the gorillas, correct?
That are outside, right?
Yes.
That they're.
I assure you, the others will come soon.
Okay, well, then I'm gonna want to jump towards the entrance
Okay.
in preparation with my shield.
Sounds good.
How far away is the entrance?
Really cool.
30 feet.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
Oh yeah, you got acrobatics.
I can do that. So I don't just
Plus, she can jump like a quarter mile.
Yeah, no, I jump and I flip and I do some very cool looking stuff with my shield.
So with that, basically, she jumps away and jumps back a quarter.
I smile at everyone and then I come right back with my shield ready for the gorilla.
Does she do a super hot Xena yell when she does that flip?
Yeah, definitely. And I keep my face like that the entire time,
like
even
it.
when I land back and look
I like
at them.
it. So,
And then
so
I-
you've got the front barricaded now. The rest of you are safely behind her.
Sweet, thanks.
And now we're
Shield
into
maiden.
regular initiative, which means at the top was you get to go again. Do you want to hold your action, Shield Maiden?
Are they coming for me yet?
They are not there yet because you all beat
Yeah.
them.
Oh,
that's- So what you could all do is ready actions. You're gonna have one round, and then they're
Yeah.
all gonna start showing up.
Because we don't really need to do anything until they get here, right?
I'm calling a thunderstorm.
Yes, you
Of course you are. Like it. Okay.
Ready my...
Might as well.
Ready yourself, yeah.
So after
Really
so
break
Shield Maiden, are you just delaying, or are you readying an action of any kind?
I am readying myself for the action.
So I'm going to change the
come.
weather.
Okay. Shroud, what are you gonna do?
Really grounded.
I am going to plant myself
I'm singing.
to the right of the Shield Maiden on a knee with guns pointing
start.
down the hallway.
Bombshell.
Can I? Yeah, I want to ready myself for when they get here, and
And you're gonna do that same attack again?
not with the bowling ball, but with my force blast
Okay.
because it's 100 points of damage and knockback for anybody who comes.
I like it. Dr. Dynamo.
I am rubbing my magic helmet, and I'm doing the speech from the opening of the Smurfs where Gargamel talks, and I'm calling a thunderstorm.
Do Do you remember what the words are to that speech?
Ravage the land as never before! Total destruction from mountain to shore!
Bonus points.
There you go.
I will give you a bonus on your next roll for that.
Thank you.
Rosie, what are you gonna...
Well, so I'm exiting.
Yeah.
But so am I walking towards them or have they come to me? I guess that's where I'm confused.
The rest of your team has come to you.
We got you and we brought you back, so we're all behind
and I'm
her
in
shield.
him. Oh, well, then I am going to get out of his body in hog time.
Oh, he's also gone.
Wait, no, she was in him.
I was in him.
He's dead.
Oh. Well, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. Okay, that was not clear.
You did not explain
I'm
that.
sorry. I thought when I said you exploded the door open with your 150 points of damage.
I thought maybe because I was in him, it was special.
My bad. I should
Again,
explain.
God,
My
okay.
apologies. It's all good. We're learning together. You're perfectly safe. He's quite dead.
Oh. Okay. Well, we can't interrogate him now.
Don't need to. More are coming. What would you like to do?
In that case,
I didn't mean to kill him.
What's around?
Oh well.
This
We'll have to put this one
room
on
as
your
far
track.
as like needles full of
coming.
substances
Like poisonous stuff?
or sleepy time stuff, or like what
Like tea?
Tranquilizer.
Well, for her,
like
it's
tranquilizer.
Chamomile?
I think it's for all of us.
Like what?
Well, you two for sure.
You want something that you can...
I want to know what scientific chemicals. I know biological science, and I've got some metal. I got some physical
there
science.
are many herbs and plants out in the...
Are there
Sorry.
things that I could throw that would explode at that?
I mean...
Like some exploding plants?
Thank you. I was going to say the same thing. I appreciate
Hey, they grow in certain video games.
From a distance, good shake. That was
Try.
good.
It makes sense.
Bombs grow out of the ground in Zelda all the time.
Tranquilizers?
Nothing you could whip up fast enough to do anything with.
Because we're in
And
the
none are
jungle.
pre-made. None are
No,
just
most-
hanging out.
No, there are no... No. No.
Just gorillas. They might have pre-made tranquilizers. What if Frank gets upset? They just
Frank's
gotta
a gorilla.
take him out really
The
quick.
gorillas might deep inside their base.
But we're
The
outside.
question
But we're right outside the
about
front door.
surrounding flora, there are no vials of
Okay, we
sleeping
were right down the
time.
hallway. In my head, this is a very short hallway from
Quick
the
to
side
the
where I was
apothecary cupboard.
Where I was reading the newspaper. This was very close. Okay.
Okay, I need you to mash this up and make a bomb.
Go, go, go.
So I think next week we might have a map. We'll just use a map.
Yeah,
I'll
because
draw a
I
map
thought
for
I said
you.
what? Yes.
No problem. That'll happen. We're on it.
Map.
Okay.
Map.
In that
I'm
case,
writing notes. It's all good.
I'm just gonna.
So our plan to extract the guy has already horrifically failed. Maybe since I kind of accidentally murdered him.
Oh, that guy. No problem. We'll figure out a solution to that. Don't sweat it.
I'm going to ready my extra attack. So
Okay,
then I
great.
get 2.
Okay.
Oh,
I think that's what
Great.
we're all
So
basically-
now finally the gorillas start showing
I'm
up.
now.
Okay, gorillas
Gorillas are
showing
running,
us.
security guards, alarms are going off. It's 5:15. Alarms showing up, and 7 of the gorillas arrive.
7. Are they in a bunch?
I mean, it's a narrow hallway. They're all running down.
Sweet.
A bunch.
Oh, we can just
Like
can I
bananas?
take them out one by
So
one?
on their turn,
Bananas.
I'm just going to say that on their turn, they start reaching the top of the stairway out of the bunker.
Oh, my force blast will just make them all go tumble down the stairs.
So Shield Maiden, you're up first.
Okay.
But failing that.
So the gorillas are at me now. Okay, well I'm gonna attack the. No, can I push them back with my shield?
hell yeah.
The force of my shield?
Yes.
Okay, so I would like to push back as far as I can with as many, because it's huge, my shield, remember. So I can probably encompass, as many. I'd like to take them all back.
Okay.
Okay.
So
really
I see. So you're trying to use one of them as basically a volleyball. To knock them all
Exactly.
down.
Well,
Yeah.
it's like when the football players the tackling dummies.
Yep.
It's like
I get
she's
it.
just moving all of them by herself.
Just turn your
Sounds
shield
good. So go ahead and give me an
sideways.
attack with your shield.
Do it.
Middle.
2.
Yep.
7.
4,
7.
Yeah.
Nice.
7.
So your
Nice.
ACV is
Shield made is 7.
yeah.
So you made it. Okay.
Okay.
So
she's
what
got
does the shield?
melee on her.
What's the shield damage do?
She beat it by 5. Shield damage would be pretty much the same as sword, so 10.
Okay.
Plus her ACV of 8.
18.
In this case, she'd get the 5 for melee, so.
So 23.
And then 6 ranks of super strength plus 60.
It does say super strength.
Yeah.
And
I'm
toughness.
just going to make it 80 to make it round.
It's probably the best one.
And she beat it by how much?
Just 5.
But that means that she got 100%. So
Yep.
80.
Of course, I did.
So that first one you pop into, that one is now unconscious, and his body goes flying backwards into his friends.
And they're heavy.
More bowling.
Yeah.
I mean,
800-pound gorillas.
yeah.
And you manage, and him rolling, flying backwards, 3 of them he smacks into as he tumbles down the stairs. Some of the others don't get hit.
Hey,
Those ones that he smacked into,
Yeah.
so the first one's unconscious, I'm going to say that. The other ones are going to take partial damage.
Okay.
That he hit into, and they have also been knocked down, and then the others, the 4 others are just, the 3 others are just kind of there.
Awesome.
Okay.
I'm standing there like this.
Growling at the gorillas.
Yeah.
I like it.
They're okay with it.
Yeah. Who is
So
I'm on 7.
Kelly?
17.
Yeah, probably you, I imagine.
Okay,
We go-
so that is
so
going
we
to
go
go
lowest
after
to highest?
Shield Maiden. It's going to be the Shroud.
Highest to lowest.
Oh, highest to lowest. Okay.
How far away are those? How far away? Where are the gorillas now from the door? The closest to the furthest ones.
There are 3 of them that are approaching this door still, and from where you're standing, you're 20 feet, 15 feet away. I mean, you're pretty close.
And how many are behind them?
You don't know because you haven't seen them all crest, because the first one got knocked back.
All right.
So you have
bam,
no
bam.
idea what
I'm
else
just
is
going to double tap.
The
One
first-
out of each on the closest one.
First gorilla. Okay,
Yep.
give me an attack roll.
First attack roll. Oops, that's the right one. Is a success by
Okay.
2. Second one with
He
the
failed his
minus.
defense roll, so
Second one with the -4. Still passes.
okay. So what is the damage that you do?
30
30
for
both
2
times?
shots.
So 30.
Yep.
That one's down.
Actually, wait a minute. No, because the first one would be 15. Because 75%. So 20. 2/3. 20 and 30.
20 and 30. That's still, he's down because he's at 0. So one more gorilla, and immediately 2 more shots come firing out from the Shroud, who I have to agree, the more I think about it with Dr. Dynamo, guns just not a superpower.
Guns are not a superpower!
You could be really good with them. It's not a superpower.
Still working.
It's still effective.
I have ranks in engineering ray guns, specifically, and I'll tell you what, not a superpower. MIT,
Is it my turn?
which spells MIT, by the way.
Yes, that would then go for the Shrouded Bombshell. What would you like to do?
I want to special attack force blast all these bastards down the stairs.
Okay.
What on?
No, all of them. I want big force blast to knock them all
there are
out.
3 that you cannot. I mean, you don't know that there are 3, but I'm telling you now. That are down at the bottom of the stairs. They fell down when the Shield Maiden popped into them, dropped them all tumbling down. So there are 2 more that are cresting out, starting to look out to see what's going on.
Blast the ceiling.
Oh, I like that plan. Shroud is an excellent plan. I want to blast the ceiling and make a cave in so that they can't get to us.
Up the stairs. It's nice.
Nice.
Okay.
That's good. Sound.
Give me.
Dynamo loves it!
Roll.
Dynamo loved it. Approval. 6.
6. Yeah, you definitely hit that ceiling.
Yeah.
So you told me specifically what you were. Okay.
Is it a glass?
So Bombshell summons up her powers and fires a burst of force, which you can't see because it's force. That's actually an interesting thing about your power. Never thought of that. It just looks like you're going like this.
Technically, Cyclops I-beams are force also, and you can see those just fine.
It's you'll see the little waves.
But that's like.
It's like a
Yeah, they don't break
shockwave.
things.
I always thought it was heat.
Nope, concussive force.
Interesting.
It's like a shockwave
Okay.
with a bomb. You can still see a little ripple.
Oh, that's true. It's the ripple effect. So the ripple goes forward, boom, hits the ceiling area of the door frame, and wreckage and crap comes tumbling
Watch
down.
out, guys! Heads up!
What if you tell him to watch out? It
Onto
won't
those
be
two
Not them.
gorillas.
Us.
yes.
They.
I don't care about the gorilla
One of them
Nazis.
does make his defensive roll.
Against
The other one does not.
ceiling?
Yeah, he rolls
Okay.
out, which
Gorilla
means
tumble.
that he is now solo with the rest of you.
Oh, he's screwed.
He must be one of those ninja gorillas.
So
Ninja gorilla
but the
Nazis.
other one did take damage from the falling debris, and I'm just going to say that he took 20 points of debris damage.
Nice. But he can't get to us anyway because he's on the other side of the debris, right?
Correct. It didn't completely close off the entrance, but it did make it much harder now to go in or out for both you and for them.
We have a ghost. She'll slip right in.
It's true. So after Bombshell, it's going to be Dr. Dynamo.
And there's only 7 of these guys?
Well,
Another
right now
one
there's
left.
one out in front of you, and there are an number that you don't know.
I already said what I was doing. The weather is going bad.
Yes, you did.
I am bringing in the clouds and the thunder. Like the sky is darkening. I'm just standing there looking awesome.
And now that the ceiling has collapsed, the weather is in.
Right, now the weather is in.
Wait, what? Is the weather inside the building?
Because I collapsed the ceiling. There's no ceiling.
Or were you in a
I
different
thought you
part
were
of the
summoning
map?
weather outside.
I am summoning weather outside. She
Right.
just collapsed in the ceiling.
So now it's inside.
So now the weather can go inside.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, sure. I like it. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
that we had
And I would like, and now that I've done that, as for my combat action, I have to maintain concentration. I'm going to attempt to create a tornado.
I like it. I like it. I love
To
that.
suck the gorillas out of the
Yes.
The tornado inside.
I'm going to drop the end of the tornado inside the building.
Do it. Give me a
Because
roll.
tornado.
Because tornadoes.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Using telekinesis.
Yeah, but with weather.
Right, which is dynamic.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I've got 5:23 on my clock, by the way.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, he
5.
super made that
Oh,
tornado
yeah, he
happen.
did.
5. I made it by 11.
Oh, geez. Okay, it's 150%. So,
Hey guys, there's a tornado.
damage for tornado.
You know, I didn't really. It's basically it's going to come out to be a 6-rank special attack. So it would do base 120 points of damage, but it really only going to do about 60 damage because everything else is going to be area of effect and
Correct,
sucking
it's
them
also
out.
doing 150% because of that. So it's doing
Right.
Back
So
up, back up, back
here's
up.
what happens.
Yeah.
So I will confess that until you guys just did that, I was thinking the gorilla who was outside was in the worst situation.
No.
So the 4 gorillas that are inside right now, this is what they just experienced.
Tornado
They're all
concrete
unconscious
blender.
just to get you there right off the start.
Yeah.
So let's just acknowledge that right now.
Passed out.
They're wishing they were dead.
Yeah.
What just happened was they heard an explosion towards the front door. They immediately did what they've been trained to do, which was to go and investigate. Unfortunately, their investigation led them to you guys. The first one tries to come out the door and immediately gets popped in the face by our friend Shield Maiden. As she cracks this guy and knocks him unconscious into tomorrow, because you did, she flings his body hurtling backwards, knocking over 3 of his companions. 3 of his other companions think to themselves, huh, we managed to dodge that. Huzzah for us! They run to the top of the stairs as well.
That's when the ceiling.
Whereupon the first one to pop his head out is immediately shot dead.
Shot in the face.
Shot in the face.
By the best superpower in the world.
By the best superpower. Let's be honest, it's the most American superpower.
It is. It is definitely. It is a great superpower.
So the Shroud plugs that one. He drops immediately. The other 2, hey, our buddies are down. We are trained super Nazi gorillas. We can take whatever is out there. So they
Don't worry, guys. We got this.
So they start to come out, and as they do so, all of a sudden the ceiling collapses. One of them thinks to himself, I shall roll outside. Excuse me.
Roll outside.
He does a tuck and roll, finds himself safely outside. His buddy, however, has part of the ceiling drop on him as he stumbles back down the stairs. You now have 4 gorillas lying on the ground, looking up through the open hole in the ceiling at a sky that has become quite dark, quite angry. And swirling winds and spinning and such has just formed a
funnel cloud.
A funnel cloud. Which then, in some sort of, obviously, this isn't how it really would work, except for the fact that you're friggin' superpowered, drops pinpoint into the tunnel, hitting all 4 of the gorillas and splattering them up against the walls and each other.
And all of that debris that fell.
Oh, they are so unconscious.
Spewing magic helmet.
Yes. Which leads us...
Spewing the gorilla.
...to Rosie. And the last gorilla, who is now just facing off with you
Rosie
and your
and the
buddies.
last gorilla.
I saw that movie.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, what's this, does this gorilla do anything?
Urinates a little bit.
Okay.
You're not sure if it's a Nazi thing or a gorilla thing, but it's a smelly thing.
I'm gonna slowly walk up to the gorilla. You have two choices.
It doesn't speak English.
You have two choices.
You can talk.
You can talk.
Or you can die.
Or you can die. Gorilla.
You want me to ravage the land like?
Hands you his rifle.
Thank you. I'm gonna point it at. Yeah. Someone. I should time. I'm the best time. Who wants the gun? Who wants the? You take the gun.
No, we're not giving you the gun.
Oh, right, because I'd be much more dangerous with a gun than I would with power over the entire fucking
So
weather.
you are able to bind up this gorilla.
Bind him up, and we're gonna interrogate him in the way in which
And
we did
in the
before,
interest
actually.
of time and watching the clock and such, that is where we are actually going to leave
Great.
off at the end of today.
Hauling him back to the fuselage.
Yes, you guys have cleaned out the gorillas that were in.
Do our markers stay in the same spot, or do we move them?
Clean it all up afterwards. So, I see what you're saying. To reset every week or not?
Good.
Well, if
It
we're
doesn't matter.
picking
I'll
up
check the
from
video.
Since we're beta testing, doesn't matter.
So, thank you everybody so much who has chimed in and watched.
Yeah, thank you.
We will be doing this again next week, testing out some more things.
Gorillas in the red
We're going
mist.
to
That's
play more with the buffs and such, make sure that those are that we can use them more, frankly. Yeah. We only use some of the player buffs today. We're going to use some of the other stuff next week as well, the trolling buffs. We learned a lot today. You've been incredibly helpful. A reminder, you shouldn't, just a reminder, we will be debuting this full force on March 4th, Saturday, 3 p.m. here on Hyper RPG. And additionally, on behalf of Zombie Orpheus Entertainment, on behalf of Hyper RPG and all of us, thank you so much for checking in.
Thank you.
We've been following chat. We've really appreciated your support. And I don't know about everyone else, but I intend to watch this several times between now and next week so that I can be better.
Yeah,
So,
and thank you for being our very first Masters.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. We look forward to having you troll and buff and whatever the heck out of us in a week.
Buff.
So
I look
take
forward
us,
to the buff.
and if there's time left, we really should play the theme song again because it's so cool. But if there isn't time, I understand.
All right.
One moment.
So we can all dance to the theme song?
That way somebody can hear it.
Even wheels?
Masters of the Metaverse, they travel through time and space and stuff. Troll them, reroll them, throw them above. They fly through dimensions, this is the bluff. Heroes compelled, they have no choice. Not the ways of a secret voice. Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the Metaverse.
Oh, it keeps going back away.
Masters of the Metaverse, Masters of the
That is totally going to be a gift.
Totally.
Oh yeah.
Take care. Thank you guys.
It's a really good dance, Chris.
Metaverse.